Nothing good. No quality of life. Well, I mean, it's a great product by itself, they say. So let's find out. Hey, it's Foundry
Can I
Raw.
not even pop my sheet out? Oh my lord.
No, you can't do anything. Get ready, cause you
Hell
can't do
yeah.
shit. Think of your favorite features of Foundry. They're mods. Okay, I'm just telling you right now. All right.
I like
Why
pressing
is
the launch
sheet
button.
so janky?
You like pressing the launch button?
Yeah, that's my favorite part about Foundry. is pressing
What color do you like the launch button to be? Because if it's any color besides default, you need a mod for it.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, just
Wow.
yeah. Wait till you guys see your fucking dice. Those are mods too. All right.
Damn, it's the
Wait,
good looking
what?
sheet.
I clicked to roll damage and I have to fucking select something? What is going on?
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are like, it'll be fine. We've played Foundry without mods before.
Attack, damage,
Let's see.
and
Let's see.
versatile. I
Do you
don't
even know how
what
to
one
read
I'm
your
supposed to
fucking
hit.
character sheet anymore? Huh? There's nothing. This is a disaster. All right. Whatever.
Looks
Are we
great,
live?
looks great. Yeah, I got it going.
Oh,
Why the fuck did you do
well.
that much
Where
damage?
would we be going?
Well,
like
excuse
2
me.
minutes.
Everything's great here. We are just getting ready to play some traditional missionary style Foundry VTT. Because it's Sunday night and we don't want to
Crash,
spice
this
things
is
up.
this isn't missionary. This is sex with a hole in the sheet. This is really bad.
Somebody don't do as bad. We went from 150 mods to no mods, so yeah, it's gonna feel pretty bad.
It's freeing, honestly. It looks great.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it? Okay.
it's nice and relaxing, very clean.
My advice to you is to avoid combat tonight at all costs. Just keep it theater of the mind and role play, and you'll be
I
fine.
immediately attacked Julian. No.
What's going on with Maya over here? Why is Maya an old lady?
She's looking a little rough.
happened there?
What sort of mods are you running, Maya G?
I can't even shift Z to show you her token.
Oh man.
Trying
that
to
is-
find it
I
now.
can just
that is a
zoom in.
thing. Over here.
What is
Oh, look,
wrong?
Ping is
Don't worry,
It's terrible.
Ping is a core feature, don't worry.
Oh, now it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ping is, and so's the hotbar on the bottom.
Yeah, but you can't click it to open all 5 hotbars.
Wait, is that
I
old
use-
Maya from when we went to the island of time?
This is what Maya always looks like without mods.
Dang.
Yeah.
This is
That's rough,
is
Maya.
natural no makeup Maya.
No mods.
This is no mods Maya right here. And Dom's not here to defend their position, so it's canon now. It's canon. All right.
No mod Maya.
Why-
You should
why
have
do I
seen
feel
how
that
she's
just
how
like-
old the snakes were when she was still a Medusa. Oh my god.
No mod Maya can't hurt you.
All right, well,
Nice and dull scales. They looked ready to molt.
god damn. All right, so today's Factspiration question is inspired by our current predicament. Meta, what is your character's favorite Foundry mod, and why? While you ruminate on that.
Character's favorite. Okay.
Yeah, it's a meta question. Your character's favorite. But while you ruminate on that, does anybody want, for a point of inspiration, which lets you reroll dice and all that good stuff, want to give me the recap?
I've got a quick question. How do I roll dice?
How do you-
/R space, then you gotta do like a D.
Oh, did you think that the dice tray was a feature,
Oh no,
a core feature?
I knew it wasn't.
That's good.
Oh my god. What do these symbols even mean? Right click on a miniature, try to add a status effect. What do they even mean? This person's got a band-aid on their mouth? That seems a little
These
I
are
don't
system
know.
agnostic symbols there.
Okay. Are you a plant? Did Atropos put you here? What's going on here?
You heard it was gonna be
We're-
rough tonight, so he sent me $20 on PayPal.
We're riffing right now on Foundry. You're just blocking every shot right now. Come on. All right, while you think about that, does anybody want to roll a d20 to oh my god, what were all those dice that just got rolled? All right, Andronicos, did you roll for the recap, or are you just practicing rolling dice?
No, I was practicing more. Those are when I was seeing how to roll to attack. I didn't know how it worked.
Okay. Steve-O, why did your Arcana check come in at 2,518 over 125?
Because it can't be below 10.
Is that why? Okay.
That checks out.
Oh, I am so sad. All right. If no one wants to do the recap, I will do the recap real quick. I understand that we're all in a trauma right now, or maybe you just don't know how to roll dice. If that's the case, shout out if
I
you want
rolled
to
a
do the.
d20. I got an 8. Unless someone
Oh,
else wants to roll
okay. I
against
see it now. I'm sorry. It's just you're not color coded in chat, so I just started from.
And I was
I
also
could
trying to
just-
see if there was some
I
way
just
I could,
assumed it was
check
me.
to see
That could be
what
anybody.
possible
And
other
then-
demon inspiration I had, but half my resources. Well, no.
Oh, now I have
Three-quarters
to.
of my resources are gone.
Yeah, I have to fucking Where's Waldo your miniature because I can't just click your picture at the bottom of the screen or your picture in chat or any of the other useful UI features that I have installed. All right, anyways, I
See,
can't
now,
show your
honestly,
picture.
I think all of our bitching here is like a recommendation for Foundry, right? Because it shows how much it can do with
Yeah,
user
okay.
support.
Don't worry, don't worry.
That works, yes.
I just zoomed
Yes.
in on Julian, so like this is Julian, not the lizard,
Okay.
not
Thank you.
Telemachus up there. It's this guy.
All right, so oh my god, go ahead and give us the recap, Julian.
All right, so because I was hell bent on committing some war crimes, we killed some more of the lava oozes, the magma cubes, what have you, and they were holding their own. But then the tides turned, and we were starting to slaughter them, and they didn't like that, especially the maiden. And of course, because we were distressing the maiden, the fire elemental decided to come back. One we saw from the previous session, 3 sessions ago. Anyway, big fire dick energy, but he was a bit of a glass cannon. Almost killed me though, but we did manage to, through war of attrition, defeat him as well. And then Andronikos, who somehow is, a champion of Valis, wisdom on all those things, decides he's just going to reach out and grab onto that creature's heart after he's been slain. And now he's attuned to a cursed item. And he just radiates so much pain, fire. And we are now on our way. We were on our way to meet with Hexia, and then the Kraken decided to make us an offer we couldn't refuse, but we did not commit to any oaths. We tried to suss out what it wanted exactly, but it's no dummy. So we're going to have to figure this out through research and talking to other folks, and maybe we can come to some sort of understanding, and hopefully it won't kill us later on down the line.
Okay. That was a good recap.
I believe it's the creature affectionately referred to as Trombonicus.
He never wants to be called Trombonicus. There's
I had to
two
try
NPCs in the. There's two NPCs.
If you really want to die quickly, you do not refer to him as Rusty Trombonicus.
Oh no.
Now I just feel insulted because I turned on one mod and I'm getting the downloading world data warning off of one mod, the calendar.
Oh fuck.
That's ridiculous. Okay. Well, okay. I guess I reached too far turning on one mod. What was I thinking? Oh wait. Oh, it's almost there. Okay, we have a calendar. Hey, we got a calendar now.
We've only got 150 more of those to go.
All right, so you may roll a d20 into chat to answer the meta question. What is your favorite Foundry mod? Sorry, what is your character's favorite Foundry mod? All right, we got a 19 from Oren. Going once.
Is it
Going
R
twice?
slash
Oh.
or slash R?
Slash R.
Going once. Going twice. And sold to Oren for 19. All right. I don't know where you are, Oren. You're somewhere out there. I believe in you. I can't show your picture. What's your favorite? What's your favorite mod?
I think Oren's favorite mod is the advanced draw tools. Like
Aw.
the expanded options, color options, and more freedom of movement with those. I think the Foundry mods actually let you get a little bit more precise with your drawings. I think the default ones are pretty low def.
Yeah, I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. Roll20 still got the best paint tools. Still got the best paint tools.
They
There
paint
was-
whole characters with that one.
Well, yeah, I remember. Peanut would paint actual paintings during the sessions with his with the mouse
I have a
tool.
favorite
Yeah.
painting, Crash.
Oh yeah. Is it of a brave sailor, a man of the sea?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe he's
It's a good painting.
yeah, he's holding
It
a
is
gun
a
or something.
robust painting, if you will.
If shipping to Canada was not so ridiculous, I would paint a large scale version of that with real paint, and I would give it to Larionis as a gift. But it would be cheaper for me to fly it to him on an airplane myself.
I was about to
than
say,
ship-
why don't you just plan a vacation?
right? Yeah. Yeah, the west coast of Canada, they got a town, right? Port Landica or something.
Sounds about right.
Couple of things.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I like that tool too. You may ask any NPC what their favorite factory mod is, and then we'll get started with this this fine game that does not rely on technology to be good.
I'd like to know
Look,
Tycons.
Tycons. Okay. Tycon loves convenient effects. He was a cubby, but he does appreciate the convenient effects, the depth that it can bring, and the customization, and it's a lot less cumbersome than Cub Utility Belt. So when you're a small grappler with a big centaur boyfriend and a best friend whose family has been abducted by mysterious circumstances, you want to make sure that you have convenient effects, keeping track of all that stuff, because it's a lot of things. He's already got a lot to keep track of. He's already got a lot on his plate. So it's nice to have convenient effects so that I don't have to, I don't know, remember all the status effects tonight. Jesus Christ. Any fight you get in, I'm just going to be like, I give up.
No, I've
surrender.
got a
I
stack
surrender.
of post-it notes, and I'm just going to start writing shit down.
All right, you and me both. We're going to have this, the whole desk is just going to be covered. All right. So, or I have the settings for this server. We could risk it right now. Now that we're in, I could use this file I have, and it would turn all of the stuff back on.
Julian's a gambling man. He's
I mean,
fine.
All right,
why don't we try that if we feel like we're gonna get into a combat? We could try that. Otherwise, I mean,
You really want to go without it and just try it?
I can go either way.
I'm
think he
all
doesn't
for
want
trying to
to
get it
risk
now
getting
because, like, if we wait until we're right about to go into combat and it's like taking forever to fucking load, it's just yeah, like that's just gonna nerf the whole thing.
I feel like if we get into it now,
let's just
though,
go for it now.
Oh no! I feel like if we do it now, though, like the incentive to not get into combat won't be there as much.
All right. Well, I hit the import button, so we'll see what happens.
Request an import.
Okay. It's saying it's trying its best. That's the message I got. It says, please don't give up.
Do we need to start clapping now?
No, I think we need to give it our energy.
I'm supposed to give it at least 21 seconds before I get upset. Which is a very long time when you're trying not to get upset, 21 seconds. Uh-oh, now we're in the downloading world data. Please wait. Remember, capital F family is forever.
Vin Diesel shows up to give thumbs up.
Hey!
D&D is about family.
Oh my god, that D&D poser. Okay. All right, let's see.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. It was either Joe Manganiello or somebody else who was like, yeah, he says he plays D&D, but I have yet to find anyone he's ever played with.
Oh, that'd be Joe.
He does
Yeah.
solo campaigns, yeah.
Wait, he played with Critical Role. What are you talking about?
Vin Diesel did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
but-
on the Celebrity D&D once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for
That's
the,
cool.
for the movie. That
Oh, what? D&D
Was an
with Vin
endorsement.
Diesel. Nice. Bookmark this for later.
Let's see.
YouTube's while things are loading. I need to see this.
Well, you know what? I recommend this all the time, but when Terry Crews played in a game run by Mercer to promote Worlds of Warcraft, just hear me out. It was really good. It was really good.
It was.
Yeah.
I watched that one.
All right, so we're back in, and we got mods now. Look, this fucking weather. There's a, yeah. All right. I'm so sorry for the delays. Not too sorry because there's not really much I could do about it. I guess I'll try this week to start culling the mods, as it were, since they seem to think that that's the issue. And the fact that we were able to load in relatively fast with no mods makes me think that they might be right. No guarantee that everything is working at 100% capacity, but it'll be better than nothing. So yeah. You guys are at the Isle of the Fates. No, you're at Dragon Island. Yes, that sounds right. Isle of Fates, we're gonna wait.
Yeah, we got flagged down just outside.
Yeah. Now, if I recall, the Kraken left, and then you guys were gonna have your slideshow or whatever, your story time. Is that correct? Or is the Kraken rolled out right at the end of last session?
Yeah.
Yeah, they let us go
Peace.
All right. Cool.
with a stern warning.
Let me get some musics here to play in the background. Do we got any tragic Greek music? Man, where's that tragic Greek music? No, that's traditional. I want tragic. Nope. Oh, I know where it is. All right. In the absence of the Kraken, your crew is shook to their core by the size of the beast, its overwhelming psionic presence, and the underlying meaning of its visit to you. You are approached by members of the B team that say that there is concern amongst the crew of what this second encounter with the Kraken can mean moving forward and what they can do to better prepare. They just want a statement from you guys about what's going on. Are you guys able to offer that at this time?
Captain's got it.
Hold on. You want to trot out there and large as life just say, Hexia's got this, baby, and then just leave it at that.
No, Captain, having Jonicus make the statement.
I'm not even on the boat.
Ah, shit.
Yes, he's in a dinghy being towed because he's just too hot to handle.
Just
Yeah,
get this guy a megaphone. Go down there and thaumaturgy for him.
No. We're all on the SIBO network.
Okay, but the crew isn't, so they need
Yeah.
to.
Right, but I'm that's why
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Essentially, we
not
need a
be
statement.
like,
Calm down the crew after the encounter with the Kraken as we're sailing to the Isle of the Dragon.
Yeah, the crew is refusing to continue rowing until they know what they're rowing towards. The presence of the Kraken has terrified them, and they need to be assuaged that things will be okay.
Chronicus, tell
Okay.
Julian what to say.
I think we should just,
What
if
was
we're
that?
over the SIBO network, I think we should just be honest. They've gone to us with with us to worse places than the Isle of the Dragon.
Yeah, actually much worse places.
The sight of the Kraken has likely just caused some of them to question whether or not they're truly committed.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily the case. If it's a matter of commitment, it's more of they just stare death in the face. I mean, last time he just sort of smashed and grabbed, and we were able to fend him off until he got bored. But this was more
Personal.
menacing and purposeful.
Hmm.
I think we need to come up with a more a stronger message than just, we've faced death before and we'll face death again and we'll be fine.
Oh no, I was just laying out. I don't know what sort of statement to make. I was just laying out perhaps some logic.
Apparently, the Kraken also whispered terrible truths and secrets and threats into the minds of your crew while speaking with you guys.
Perfect.
Oh, and this has been revealed to us?
Oh yes, because
Okay.
your B team they're working hard, so they're trying to get people up and running. But yeah, they're getting the same reports that it told them things no one should know. It shared with them what the future holds for them and for the crew and for the world. And basically it just sowed like fear and despair through their minds.
Oh, we're gonna need a morale booster after this.
I mean, I could wing something, but I think if we sort of spin it as the Kraken is trying to. He couldn't physically crush us. Now he's trying to spiritually, mentally crush us. That we pose a true threat, and we will find a way to come out on top. I mean,
There's also concern that if Sidon made the Kraken, and the Kraken is that powerful and scary, there's nothing that can be done against Sidon. That's starting to kind of catch fire in the whispered, frightened murmurs of the crew.
Julian, with your angle, that's spinning it to where the Kraken respects our strength. I think could also help to assuage that fear.
All right, and
even though it's not necessarily the truth.
The Kraken has aspirations to usurp Sidon, so if he thinks he can do that, their power level can't be that much different.
I don't
know if that would necessarily help unless we openly state that we're going to try and ally with the Kraken.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
I think combined with the fact of the Kraken playing to the Kraken recognizing our strength, and then saying that Kraken's strength is similar to that of Sidon.
I see. Okay. That makes a bit more sense, and I am living proof that Sidon can't be all powerful. If he truly didn't want me talking about his baby shrimp, he would have killed me long ago.
You haven't done your daily tribute to Sidon, cussing him out, huh? With dropping some rumors.
Well, I don't know if I want to go that far at this particular point in time, but I will talk to the crew.
Okay.
So which way are we going with? That we're planning on allying with the Kraken, or
oh no, we are. I think we need to keep that in our back belt pouch. As far as we don't know if we can pull that one off, and we don't know what shady shit we're going to have to do if we do pursue that particular angle.
All right, yeah, I think that's the only thing I'd say we'd want to keep out of it.
All right, sounds like we are in agreement. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Friends, crew members, Thalians, lend me your ears. I know that the Kraken has threatened and whispered terrors at you, but think of it. It loomed over us just now, and we did not blink. It physically attacked us not months back, and we survived. It tried to menace us now, and we persevered. And if this creature should decide to respect us and our travels to strengthen ourselves for the fight against Sidon, and it should step to the side. Sidon surely has everything to fear. I am living proof that he is not all powerful. For if my running of the mouth was so odious to him, he would have killed me forever ago, and I am still standing amongst you. So, who's willing to raise a cup and drink with me and tempt the fates once more?
Okay.
Yeah, damn.
Give me a persuasion.
If you want to use a fanspiration.
Yeah,
That's
I think
excellent.
that's smart.
Well, it's only on a
you
reroll.
could do it on a reroll. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You feel that it was good, and that the people nearest to you were able to hear it and be moved by it, but it just didn't carry. You could use
All
some
right, send
inspiration
it.
to try again.
Try again.
All right.
I'll go
I'll
find the
try
actor.
again.
I'll go dig out the actor so I can update him. Because I can't control space. And let's see.
I'll wait to roll until I'm sure that we have one to spare.
Oh, we definitely do. We've got like 9.
Oh, okay. All right. Try again.
Sorry, I updated him.
All right. So, first, Julian, you rolled a 5.
Fucking hell.
Then when you
Sorceress.
re-rolled, you rolled a 2.
A 1.
Sorcerer's guidance.
A die can only be re-rolled once, though. So I guess
no.
I feel like Sorcerer's Guidance kind of loses out to inspiration there. It just saves you on inspiration, though. Honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
it's one or the other
yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. So
Shit.
the crew listens, but these words, well chosen and well spoken, do not seem to carry the weight of the Kraken's sheer presence and domineering aura. The crew is still very much afeared. But listening to you, they kind of grumble. They look over the side at the water, and the general consensus is they would be safer closer to land. And since they have to go to land to reorient, the Antikytherian, they have no choice. They can either stay here in the water or they can go to land. You, with your insight and with Maya's insight, there is a chance that unless this island is fucking terrible, many of your crew might never set sail again.
Shit.
All right. So they almost listlessly, kind of soullessly, head below decks and begin to row the ship.
How many nights out are we from the island?
You were very close. This was the last day, I believe, of travel.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
So Julian, definitely get the wine out for the night. Get the feeling that we're on thin ice here. Hope we can have our meeting with Hexia go well.
Okay. Well, here's the briefing then. Kyra gathers everyone around and says, well, that's a hard act to follow, but I think we'll be fine. It'll be fine. You guys always find a way to turn this around, and trust me, I know, Hexia, no one's gonna want to stay on that island. At all, for sure. Yep. All right, so let's hop to it then. Look to the skies. It's not dark enough, but if it was, you would see the constellation of the dragon. Mm. Yep. There it is. There it is. See, there we go. So, in the heart of the Forgotten Seas, hidden by mist, is an island of verdant bounty. Here resided Hexia, a magnificent green dragon. Her scales sparkled like jade, but her eyes held a deep sorrow. Once Hexia was a great protector, revered by all, and her heart was full of love, especially for Pythor, the god of valor. They shared countless adventures, and Hexia believed their bond was unbreakable. But war came, and a choice was made. Pythor turned away from her, declaring that a god could never love a beast. Heartbroken, Hexia retreated deeper into the island. Her anguish turned to rage, and she terrorized any who neared her domain. The once heroic dragon became a legend of terror, her pain echoing in her song-like roars. Whispers among sailors spoke of the island guarded by this heartbroken beast. They say only true love can heal her, but who can mend the heart once shattered by a god? Everyone on the boat turns and looks at Pythor. Pythor is looking very angrily at Kyra. Chandra says, yes, well, I hadn't heard that one before. Well, let us discuss the logistics then. Yes, where are my maps? And you see Zamrox come out with the trifold. He sets it up.
There was a couple settlements on the island, is that right?
Well, about that. We'll cover that. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. Ah, yes. There's a lot of drawings here. There we go. All right. So, the Isle of the Dragon. You'll notice this sort of steaming slag off the coast and towards the bottom of the picture. This is the tip of the rocky formation that makes up the Kraken's lair. You'll also notice at the heart of the island there's a pool. That is where Hexia keeps her lair. The rest of the island is an inhospitable jungle, teeming with life that seeks death. Behemoths and all manner of dire beasts hunt each other, and it is said a savage tribe of elves, kidnapped by Hexia, live on the island. Savages who worship her as a god. Along the coast are many hidden bays and coves where the pirate Natus and her ships occasionally sail in to deliver ill-gotten bounty, as well as slaves and prisoners stolen from across Thylea. As an ancient green dragon, every part of the island is her lair. Every plant and every beast, her emissary, her spy, her servant. Were she to will it, the island itself would rise up in her defense. She is a master of poison and a trained bard of no small skill. She never enters battle alone and brings with her powerful guardians that she bolsters with her song. On top of all this, many of you know she is a criminal mastermind, the leader of the Emerald Scale, a global thieves guild that has business dealings in all the major ports and cities of Thylea, and has a pirate fleet under her command. You should think long and hard about what it is you want from this visit, for unsurety could lead to disaster.
We should go in with some clear set intentions. I believe, and this will be over the SIBO network. I was gonna say, I believe it's the first time we've learned of the exact reason for the falling out between Pythor and Hexia. Or had it
Well,
confirmed.
that's the reason that was shared with us. I don't know if there were any inciting incidents prior to Pythor saying he could never be in love with a beast.
Do you think that in the same way that Ventus and Cyver and the other dragons, none the least the ones in Mitros, have been affected by the Fates meddling, and that perhaps Hexia has been subjected to it as well?
Would make sense.
Certainly possible, but that would mean that the Fates have been impacting the dragons as soon as there was any kind of toehold in existence. You know, from inception, from the egg.
It's true. I guess I assumed that the Fates corrupting influence probably started 500 years ago, but that is just an assumption. As it seems that
well, historical documents put Hexia's age at close to 700.
yeah, I'm thinking Hexia and Pythor's relationship mostly took place prior to this change. Because I believe Kyra said that they had a falling out before Praxis. Oh, see, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was we got that from Kyra.
Yeah, I mean, you've gotten over the course of your journey, you've gotten a lot of tidbits, a lot of hints, a lot of implications. There was even a play that you guys watched back when you were little babies about Hexia and Pythor.
I think it's safe, he says over the SIBO network, I think it's safe to say we should get Pythor involved in any discussions. He knew we were sailing here, but I think it'd be best to at least consult him, see if he even wants to come to the island or if he'd rather stay here. And also to get his...
struggling with his book right now.
outside of Pythor's relationship, what is our main intention of visiting here? I know personally we need to get the key back from the Kraken. But dealings with Hexia herself, do we have anything outstanding?
I think
Anybody?
she might make a formidable ally. I know that's a bit of a
If there's
stretch.
any way we could turn her and her organization towards our goals, that would be phenomenal. It'd be huge.
Even if we can just determine how she sits, which side she leans more towards.
If she has a bad left leg, so she's leaning.
No, I mean in the coming conflict. But yeah, we can sway her to our side, or she might even already be on it. I assume, traveling with Pythor, that we're kind of at odds. Also, her running a criminal organization. But Moxena, I think, I think Moxena and Heliodora were working kind of adjacent to them old scale when they were when they were putting the Minotaur trade on ice. Oh, because the Minotaurs were going to work for Hexia. I think.
No, Moxena was making money petrifying bards, artists, and entertainers, and then sending them to Hexia. So slave trading, essentially.
I thought
And
she was
then
also
she was using that money, some of the money, to buy the freedom of the Minotaurs because she knew that that would be a good way to build her own essentially workforce and organization of super loyal minions, essentially.
Yeah, I forgot how fucked up Moxena was.
But yeah,
yeah, it still is. I now remember I was about to get into a fight with Moxena.
It was a sound investment to make sure she had loyal personnel. But it also gave her some padding there. If she ever had to deal with some do-gooders, she could pull the "I saved all these slaves" angle.
Solidly neutral evil, but we'll let it slide. Let it slide.
But yeah, I mean, there are people here that Moxena kidnapped, turned to stone, and sent over here.
We should also speak with Moxena. We're going here. At least maybe she has contacts on the island.
I think those are both good initial courses of action. So do we want to try and win her over as an ally? So we're going as diplomats? Is that the thinking?
I think that would be the best scenario. If we could
And
also
then depending
get her...
on how that goes, we approach her about dealing with the Kraken. Or, well, I don't want to say dealing with, but finding a way to get what we want from the Kraken.
It seems the Kraken has gauged us as people who would be interested in getting rid of her, gauging by how he revealed that the key we seek has been transformed into a prison that can hold a dragon. It seems he likely believes that at some point we'll be in conflict with her. So there might be a way to play them off of each other. That's what I'm saying.
I do not disagree.
They dwell in close proximity.
Super slow. Super soft, buddy.
Me or Sibo?
Sibo.
Oh, Sibo.
Me. Yeah.
Okay.
I was lounging.
Oh, okay. I got you.
They dwell in close proximity, but that might just be happenstance. They could be at odds. Alright, let's get moving on this. Do we want to interview Moxena and Pythor together?
Or... Separately, I think.
Alright. Might be some strange crossover there.
Yeah, who do you want to interview first?
Oh god, we need to get Maya on here. Need an insight touch.
What am I, chopped liver? Listen, I don't have Maya's insight, but I mean, I'm no slouch.
Alright, there's gonna be a quick reload real
quick. We need the Queen's wisdom too, though.
Oh, that's true. She do got that Queen's wisdom.
She's got the negotiation.
Alright. So, while it's reloading, who do you want to talk to first, Moxena or Pythor?
Oh god, we can't even really stall because we need Maya arguably for Moxena more.
Okay.
All right, let's just go with Pythor then. He's your uncle.
Julian, he's your uncle. He's a god. You got some god blood pumping through you. You should be able to suss this out.
Are we doing it the 5-hop in Pythor, or should we do 5-hop Pythor, Kyra?
I guess just in Kyra. I feel like less is more. Kyra
Okay.
would be able to call bullshit, but
All right, let's just do the 5 pop and Pythor then.
yes, I think
Okay.
that might be less threatening.
All right. So you guys
Emotionally threatening.
meet up in the captain's cabin, and
Clear the war room.
all right, Pythor comes in. He is stress eating. He's currently chewing on a raw shark that he has already bit the head off of, and he's kind of just kind of like a person on the Renfest with a turkey leg. That's him with this medium-sized shark.
Medium-sized shark
Andronicus
with
is
cheesy
disgusted,
potatoes.
but not because he's eating raw shark, just because this isn't the right way to eat raw shark.
And he says, all right, this is about Hexia, so yeah, I'll come with you. You didn't need to ask me in private. I would have gone myself if you didn't ask me. Is
We've
that
heard
not what this is about?
No, you've got it. The rights to it. We've also been briefed by Chandris, and we feel we want to gauge the entire situation to see how it affects our motivations and our goals for this island. Can you give us a recount of the falling out between you and Hexia? We know that it manifested out of. I'll just let you tell it in your own words.
What do you mean? My own words. What am I?
I think what Orton was trying to say is that we've, heard from different sources, pop culture mostly, kind of what may have happened between you and Hexia, and we would just like to get a better understanding of whether it's true or not. That you had a falling out, and you parted company. Just want to get a better understanding, and not misspeak during the negotiations with her.
Okay. All right. How can I explain this to you? Hexia was a member of the Dragonlords. She was, one of the dragon parts of the Dragonlords. And as you've figured out, the Dragonlords and the Five Gods were stalwart allies. The Dragonlords came to Thylea first, because they were do-gooders. They traveled around the multiverse, the world, as it were, looking for people in need. They found their way here and saw the plight of the people, and they couldn't look away. And so, things became difficult for them. They called upon us. The legends, the 5 stars raining down from the sky. It's why there's 5 stars for the 5 gods. And we arrived in the nick of time, as it were, to help them, to help the people, to help the Dragonlords, to save them from the cruel titans who sought their destruction. Somewhere during all that fighting, we just saw ourselves going down different paths, and it just didn't seem like it could work anymore. So I ended it.
Did you end it over a personal disagreement or because of wider obligations?
It was a combination of family obligations and a lack of resources.
Lack of resources.
Yeah, a lack of resources.
Hmm.
There, I told you. Any other questions?
You said 5 stars. What about Narcissus?
He's not one of the 5 gods.
But he's family, right?
His face screws up in like barely controlled rage, and he says, "Not by my choice." You know, honestly, I don't know why I ever forgave him. It's his fault that this all happened. It's his fault. And then he just ran off. He just ran away. I gave up the greatest love I had ever known. And he abandoned us.
Is Narcissus associated with your choice to leave Hexia?
In the end, my choice was my choice. But I might not have had to make that choice if Narcissus had been more honest about his intentions.
About his
Sorry.
intentions with Hexia?
What?
His intention's not to join in the fight.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just
How does him
so
not joining the fight force you
choosing
to?
not to fight made Hexia need to do something so abominable to you that you could not see yourself staying with her.
You like rowboats. I hear you guys talk about them all the time. Let's just say there was only enough room in the rowboat for so many. And Mom wasn't gonna leave Narcissus behind. And so someone couldn't ride in the rowboat. And someone had to tell that someone she couldn't ride in the rowboat. And then the rowboat started sailing where it was going. And one of the people got out. So I'm a little upset. 500 years later, I'm still a little upset. No amount of playing at being a hero is gonna change the coward that my brother is.
I can understand and empathize with your anger there, but that choice that you made, that was enough? Leaving Hexia behind, that was enough for this 500 year feud that you've had with her, or that you've shared?
It's not a feud. I don't have any problem with her. I want her to be happy. And apparently, my misery is her happiness.
She has killed your children before, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's killed them. She's eaten them. She's stolen my wives. She's stolen my husbands. She's poisoned my people's water supply. She's had people burn down our crops.
You think this is solely because of the decision you had to make to bring Narcissus instead of Hexia? There's nothing else influencing her?
I never subscribed to this sort of thinking, but my parents, well, let's just say, in some worlds, they believe dragons to be as powerful as fiends and celestials. And much like those beings, they are elemental in nature. They're what they are and can never be anything more. Dragons of the green scale are said to be jealous and selfish and cruel, down to the marrow of their poisoned bones. I knew a different dragon. She was kind, full of love and laughter. But when I had to leave her behind, something broke inside her. Maybe it was holding back all the poison that she was born into. I don't know. But more so than the grief I carry for the loves I've lost, for the people that she's hurt, I carry the guilt that I destroyed something beautiful, that I tarnished something good, and I made the woman I love into a monster.
You all had
Did you ever
choices to
tell her
make.
this?
And I chose poorly. But I think we all kind of knew that anyways. After all, I'm a pretty shit god of valor.
Your choices were enough to get us this far. Maybe that's what we needed.
That's the kind of crap that Dragonlords used to say when they were completely outmatched.
They knew what they were talking about.
Yeah. Any victory is possible if you make enough sacrifices.
As long as the victory's worth it.
You think so?
Uncle, the way you are speaking, it sounds like you're worried about what the sacrifice may be made in order to obtain victory.
He looks away from you. You can give me an insight check. Oh shit. Julian, Pythor has no confidence that you guys will actually defeat Sidon. He's just here to spend time with you until you die.
Or I'm gonna continue. Whether it's worth it is up for who has to live with it afterwards is concerned. I think the settlers of Thylea would prefer to continue existing, so I'll leave it up to them, and we'll make the choices we need to make to get them there. In 500 years, they can think on it and ask themselves if it was worth it. But for now, we just do what we can.
This world is all about sacrifices. Goats and oxen, sharks, monsters, people. It never ends. Sacrifices. You have the confidence of youth. You're naive. That's exactly what people need in a hero. A fool willing to die for them, or worse. That's what valor's all about. Sacrificing yourself for others.
Well, if that's the case, then, Uncle, if you sacrificed your happiness, then you are the greatest god of valor, then.
If you're done asking questions, I'm gonna get ready to go to shore.
Do you
Orin's
think
done.
that there's some way that we might be able to get Hexia to remember who she was, what she was like before this falling out?
Maybe. You guys have managed to do some pretty incredible things. I'll just bear witness. If I have a part to play, I'll play it.
Julian's going to go up to Pythor, and he's going to do his best to try and give him a quick hug.
Yeah, he allows it, and he hugs you back, and you feel your bones beginning to kind of snap. The tension's real bad, bruising up real hard. He finally kind of catches himself and lets you go, and air returns to your lungs, and he leaves the chamber.
That man, is crying on the inside. Oh, Lord.
They need to learn that all these secrets and all this hiding and all of this obfuscating, it makes things worse.
Oh.
They like to complain that we're naive. Well, I like to complain that they don't just tell people things.
None of them are very good communicators, that's for sure.
That might have been part of the problem. Crash, OOC, who's left with us? Is it just Hop at this point, or who?
Yeah, it's just you guys. You said you didn't have anyone else in there.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So
And Telemachus, invisible in the corner. There for moral support.
I don't know whether it's his own mind, his own depressive mind, or whether he genuinely believes it, but Pythor doesn't believe that we can come out on top against Sidon.
It's nothing new. No one really has. No one except us. I would be surprised if any of the other 5 truly believed we could either, but it's just one more reason why I know they're wrong.
At the moment, he's most assuredly correct. Why we need to get stronger and get more allies. The original 5 and their allies, we've faced many of them, and it's clear that they vastly outweigh us in strength at the moment. Which is why we've got so much work to do.
My concern with trying to obtain Hexia as an ally is that we might be doing more harm than good in trying to do so. If she's turned so vicious that Pythor would turn his back on her, and God only knows what that inciting incident was, we might be losing something far worse on the rest of the world by trying to bring her into the fold.
Those same... see, we did a lot of research on dragons, so I think we have a general idea of what he was talking about when, like, general chromatic dragons are evil and whatnot.
Yeah, but, he was saying that she was different with him.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
something happened that her true nature came out.
Ventus was a bronze dragon, which generally, if we
copper.
Copper.
Yeah.
We prescribe to those alignments that the base natures he was referencing are supposed to be paragons of good. So I don't think that holds.
Yeah, in Andronicos's board book about dragons, it says that copper dragons are jovial, pranksters and tricksters, but ultimately they seek to aid the greater good.
I think we've yet to meet a dragon that would fit those common archetypes in terms of disposition. I didn't want to bring it to him and give him false hope, but I'm suspicious on how badly the Fates' influence has affected the dragons, and one as old as Hexia has been getting a much longer and steady dose than Ventus. Or the corrupting influence could be based on power as well. Cyver, you can see it in him, has some schoolyard bully tendencies. Ventus was sadistic and torturous, but more or less solo. And Hexia has an entire crime organization of slavers and cutthroats. So it might not be possible to sway her to our side. But
wasn't Ventus sent by Sidon, or am I making that up? Like,
yeah, she said Sidon was her father.
So if that changes up a bit of the alone thing.
Oh, yeah, true. He was sent as like an assassin. Yes, scratch that. She didn't have an entire network under her command, though.
True.
Suffice to say, Hexia is more powerful than her. But, yeah.
Oh yeah, Ventus was an adult dragon, and this is an ancient dragon. So it's
yeah,
gonna be...
it's kind of... Yeah, I was thinking that my hypothesis, the corrupting influence depends on... It might affect them all equally, and it could just be the more powerful ones are more able to act on it, or it could be scale based on, Gandalf One Ring style. But suffice to say, it might be possible to sway her to our side. If that's the case, we need to decide if we're planning to back out amicably, or if there's a future in which we have to end her here. if she doesn't allow us to leave, or if we find something on the island that prompts us to consider her as more of a threat, if we find out she's allied herself with Sidon. I think that Pythor knows that, and that's why he's coming. To be there if it needs to be done. Or to stop us.
Do we have potions of poison resistance?
We have Georgos. Who, let's see. Advantage on breath weapon. Oh, maybe it's Moxena that gives advantage on poison. Let's see. Yeah, so Georgos, everybody gets advantage to saving throws against poison, status, and gas-based attacks. And then Moxena is advantage on petrification.
Although she might be useful during the negotiations, given her history, but much like with Pythor, that history could be triggering, so it's sort of a toss-up.
Yeah, if we're done on our discussion on Pythor, then yeah, we do have one such slaver of Hexia's, Moxena, that we need to speak to next.
Well, no time like the present.
All right. Moxena struts in.
Or
Says,
Maya.
All right. What is it that you need?
Who's Moxena got the best rapport with besides Maya?
Mostly.
Andronicus, because she's the captain when he's ashore.
And we don't have all day.
All right, Andronicus, earlier.
Intel, mostly. What do you know about Hexia? We're at the Isle of the Dragon. I'm sure you've guessed we're here to see her.
Well, she's rich. She's powerful. She's ancient. She's well connected. She's clever. She's a patron of the arts. A pirate of the arts. I suppose she's a pirate admiral, as well as being a slaver queen and a powerful arcane spellcaster. She has a robust collection of magical items, and I suppose some means of removing petrification. As a dragon of her age category, it's rumored that she long ago unlocked the secrets of the 6th circle of magic and beyond. I've never met her myself. It's said that she rarely ever leaves her lair or at least the island. But that she's well connected, sees things, watches. Some say that she knows nearly as much about the goings-on of the world as the fates themselves. That's why I never tried to double-cross her. There's a chance that just your proximity with Pythor, she's already scryed upon you innumerable times. And probably knows your strengths, your weaknesses. I suppose what she wouldn't know is also what I and the rest of the crew don't know. Why are we here? It just feels like, of all the places to go and the things that need to be done, unless you're planning to slay her and take her riches for yourselves, siding with the world's greatest crime lord and pirate admiral doesn't seem like your style. But then again, you gave me a fair shake, and I'd like to think it worked out well for you. Are you here for a partnership?
She's now known as the world's greatest criminal, but that wasn't what she always was. She was there the first time. That could be invaluable.
Mm. I see. So you're here to seek knowledge. Do you think it will be harder or easier to get that knowledge than it was from Helios? And don't get me wrong, I love the improvements to the ship, the money, but it seemed that it gave you quite a time. And from what I am hearing, time is running out. The camera cuts to her and Kyra drinking, like a couple of nights ago, and then Kyra just bursting into like body-racking sobs. Moxena completely confused, and then Kyra spilling the beans about the timer.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an open secret, so.
I've done my best to make sure the crew is not aware that time is running out. The popular theory is that the Oath of Peace is supposed to last 500 years, and, you know, it's year 500, so if it hasn't ended yet, it must be the end of the year. But, as you have all learned, and she looks meaningfully at Sibo, the histories in this world have undergone quite a bit of tampering.
One thing perhaps you might be able to assist us with. Atexia, what is she most vain about? Where is she intellectual? Not. Where's she vulnerable in her psyche? Like, what subjects would she, out of a desire to just show us who's boss, she might reveal something telling?
I've already said I've never met her personally. I've only done business with her. My understanding is that she is a bit controlling.
Find her fair in your dealings with her.
Immensely.
Is the
As far as nefarious dealings go, they were quite fair.
ordinary size that for the wider world, you know, the Chimera Queen's obviously like massive creature, flies out, picks up ships, very evil. The Hexia and the Emerald not the Emerald, the Emerald Scale, on the other hand, their general impression, is it less more mafia and less
Yeah, in Forgotten Realms terms, they are more Zentarum. They're
okay,
they definitely got that Zentarum.
lawful.
Oh, well, yeah, they're more like
Yeah.
lawful.
Yeah, I mean like lawful neutral evil,
yeah,
yeah.
lawful neutral evil.
Definitely not like neutral overall. I just mean they're not
Like-
like Lolth worshippers or something.
No. The Hexia's vibe seems to be staying connected, like knowing what's happening in the world.
So we don't have to worry about her not seeing reason, at the very least. Problem is what she'll find reasonable, and we'll be prepared to give it. Do you know, is there any rumors or general consensus on the relationship between Hexia and the Kraken?
Oh, I can't imagine that it's positive. The Kraken is a foul and terrible creature. I wouldn't even say that someone as cruel and tyrannical as Hexia would be tolerant of that aberration.
Tolerant enough
But I've been thinking over your question, Julian, and I would say that her greatest weakness would be Pythor, if the plays and stories are to be believed. Why, I imagine if you'd want to get her attention, we could just stage an execution. I could threaten to turn Pythor to stone, and then we could all threaten to throw it to the bottom of the sea. That would get her coming.
I don't think Pythor would want to go along with that, though.
Yes, turn him to stone, throw him to the bottom of the sea, directly in the path of the Kraken.
Oh, it would definitely be a high stakes situation. But then we don't have to go tromping through a jungle.
That's the best part. Orin mumbles.
No, I think that might be a bridge too far.
Fair enough. I am at my queen's disposal. If you would like me to join you on this perilous journey, you need only ask, and I will come.
I think it would be beneficial to have you with us, as you've had dealings with her in the past. Name recognition.
There would be indirect dealings.
Certainly, but I did good work. I sent her some of her more sought-after wish list items.
Items or people?
Yes.
Well, the jury's still out on whether or not you're an object when you're petrified. So a little of column A and a little of column B, I suppose.
Man, I am glad we gave you a pass, that's for sure. Great to have you aboard, Maxena.
Well, think about how profitable and useful I've been to your endeavors. And maybe you can look past 500 years of war crimes and atrocities and find yourselves a very powerful ally.
Just...
I
sort of
mean,
hesitant.
you're the lapdog of Lutheria now. Do you really have room for standards anymore? Time's running out. Do you want to win or not?
I've allied with you, haven't I not? In the same way that you freed Minotaurs into your service by selling off others to their doom.
I
I've made
am
my
but a
peace.
minotaur to you now. I'll take that as a compliment. Some of the greatest people I know are minotaurs.
That's not what I was saying at all. Saying you found a way to the right answer through the wrong means.
Oh, I see. Yes.
No, I wasn't calling you a Minotaur.
That's fine.
OOC really was not. That's, no, he was trying to say, working with Lutheria in the same manner, trying to get good ends out of interesting means.
All right. Well, I've told you everything I know. It's a shame we don't know the location of Nautus's secret island fortress. She would have been a much better person to bring to ease you into negotiations with Hexia. But we do have Pythor, which is a significant trump card.
Oh, God.
We can take him hostage. If we need to.
I don't think he'd even resist.
Good to know. She says with a cruel smile on her face as she heads out.
I was over the SIBO network.
Okay. There's a knock at the door.
Oh boy. Well, we've gone through the bad breakup and the criminal that runs around with us that's not Telemachus.
The door opens.
Oh. Hello, Georgos.
Orin, hey, I was doing some research.
He has somehow procured Andronicos' board book about dragons.
It says here
It's a
that
loner.
the green dragon breathes a breath weapon of poison gas.
You're right, Georgos.
Me too.
I've been meaning
Maybe I should come with you.
I've been meaning to come and request your help. If you're willing to go to the island. It's going to be dangerous.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
That's all he wanted. He heads out. He says,
"This is yours. I'm sorry. Kyra gave it to me."
It's okay.
All right.
After he leaves,
the book smells terrible.
After he leaves, I'm proud he's gotten to that one. It's a solid reading level for him.
I mean, the book does have pictures of the dragon breathing green clouds of gas.
It's also got sentences there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And they're phonetical. They're haikus, actually. All right. Anybody else waiting out there? Want to check?
No, nobody else is waiting out there.
Okay, we've got Pythor, Moxena, and Georgos.
Here's a serious question.
All right, now there's a knock at the door.
Oh boy.
Oh, never mind.
Narcissus comes in. And he says, hi, we never got to talk after what happened on, Demas. I need to tell you something that I've been keeping a secret. I was Nim.
Orange gonna feign surprise.
Narcissus, I'm just glad that one of you is willing to be open about something, even if it is so late.
Orange genuinely surprised, actually.
Yeah, there's gonna be a team up with Nim and Sniper King at some point. It's gonna be amazing. So, good times. So yeah, Narcissus says, well, now that I got that off my chest, is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, fill us in on why Pythor had to leave Hexia somewhere.
He very subtly closes the door behind him. And he says, well, we all grew up together.
Where did you come from? I can't figure out where you came from.
You didn't arrive with the original 5 to Thylea.
When did you get here? How did you get here? Were you born here?
We come from another world beyond the
you
ethereal sea.
You specifically.
Oh.
I know that part.
I was born from my mother.
Mitros.
But only 5 came, and you're the 6th. Where
Well,
did you come from?
Quitters don't make it into the stories. That's what Kyra told me.
So there were actually 6. There was just 6 the whole time. You just got retconned.
Yes.
Sibo's nose is bleeding.
Oh, gee.
Well, there was more than that. Well, Hexia is like our sister. She was adopted.
Did she arrive with you all as well?
My parents found her egg and were worried about her chances of survival, and so she was hatched and raised alongside us.
In your estimate,
being gods, even we start young, and being ageless like dragons, we grew at roughly the same pace. But in the world we come from, which is not important, they are realms best forgotten, one might say. The Order of the Dragonlords, it held a certain appeal for all of us, in truth. And we were granted permission to disguise ourselves as mortals and join their order. And it was during that time, those glorious days of adventure, that Pythor and Hexia found that the love they had for each other had grown into something more than just siblings. They fell in love. They were married. And they were so happy. The Dragonlords, they flew across the sea in search of lands in need of their aid, and in doing so were lost at sea, for they flew into a thin place, a place between realms. I brought them here, but they were lost to us. Eventually, they found a way to reach out to us, tell us where they were, and we came to them in their time of need. Reunited, the lovers were happier than I'd ever seen them. But my mother, she had a plan, a way to defeat the Titans. But it would require 6 individuals to power the ritual. And she asked me instead of Hexia. I didn't want to, but I did not want to disappoint Mother, so I acquiesced, and Hexia was left out. She was furious and wanted to know the truth of it, but part of what makes the ritual work is the great secrecy of it all. We cannot risk revealing the truth of it, lest its power be used by others.
Pythor said you didn't follow through. This is why she's gone, right? Your mother?
He just starts fucking crying. He just starts fucking sobbing. And it's true. I was afraid of what we would need to do. I didn't want to go to war. I was tired of fighting. I never should. I should have passed. I should have passed the honor, the obligation to Hexia. I took upon myself a burden I could not carry, and I fled, and I nearly cost the world everything. And I have been running ever since. I have been hiding, a prisoner of convenience, of luxury, of guilt.
Narcissus, which of the others would you say knew you the best? Including your mother.
I was what Pythor and Valis would call Mommy's boy. I would do anything for her.
And she did anything for you. You're gonna have to eventually come to terms with that.
I know. I cannot tell the others. I do not want them to hate her as much as they hate me. But she is the reason I fled. She saw that I could not handle the burden, and that my heart no longer could handle the violence, the killing, the war. And she told me I could go, as long as I kept the secret.
A big ask to make of you.
All this time, you've been keeping all of these secrets, and you've been stoic throughout all of it. The way that they've treated you. I don't know if you see it, but that shows incredible strength, Narcissus.
Courage.
I wish that we could be a family again. What mother is gone. She is beyond our reach, in the outer planes. No longer a physical being to touch and to be held by. She is a concept. She is a abstraction. She is divine. And she is gone. And Father's heart is broken. And brother, he drowns in his sorrows and his guilt. Big sister has taken her heart and locked it away. And poor Kyra. Her fate is what I fear the most. Coming to hate myself for the monster I was and would become. I look at her and her deep well of sorrow, hidden behind her japes and fuckery, and I know I made the right choice. I would never want to hate myself as much as she hates herself. He blinks away the tears. Some of them stick to his unbelievably beautiful eyelashes. A couple of them run down his perfect chin before dripping to the floor. And he says, I'm sorry to burden you with these emotions.
Thank you for sharing with us.
This is a burden you've been carrying by yourself for more than 500 years, Narcissus. It's all right.
Well, no, I had a special staff of monks back in Eresia who listened to all my problems and held me while I cried. So they're sworn to secrecy and take
you
vows
built
of
yourself
silence.
a support system. You are the most well-adjusted of all of the remaining gods.
Really?
Yes,
Pythor said
absolutely.
that I'm a big baby that had to hire a bunch of nannies because I cry too much.
Pythor is not very in touch with his emotions, and you've seen what that's done to him.
They say alcoholism is a disease, but I have cast greater restoration upon him in his sleep. I think for him, it is a lifestyle choice.
I think for mere mortals, it's a disease. I think you're right. He doesn't. He just wants to forget.
I see. You must be careful. If he thinks that you will harm Hexia, he will fight you. He will kill you. His heart is twisted and his mind addled in her presence.
That is good to know.
Look, we want to be better than before, but we want to make all of you better than before as well. We're not setting out to murder Hexia. We don't only want to fix the world, we want to fix those that influence it too.
He looks at all of you with some very scrutinizing eyes, and he says, I will keep that in mind. Soon, the secrets will no longer be held, and the truth will out. We will see how you feel then. I hope that I can call on you for aid, for I have plans and measures I wish to see to fruition.
You can count us as allies.
Thank you. When you learn the cost, when you learn the weight of the burden, I will not hold it against you if you turn away. And he goes and opens the door, and he slips away.
One's looking out there like, testically, it's you too. No, he's just walking by to the mess hall. Yeah.
All right, so what now, guys?
Ooh. 2 more B team members. Who we getting for the? Who's going to the island?
Oh, so you are bringing Pythor as part of the B team?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he's going solo if we don't bring him.
I admire your courage. All right, just 2 more peeps.
Because we're not planning on fighting Hexia.
When you say that, Yala closes the door and leaves.
Well, in that case, we should bring Nessa.
So that we don't get to fight any of the cool jungle monsters.
I mean, we can leave her behind.
Or I'm gonna stare at you placidly like he just slides the B team token away from you. I'd never put us at risk like that, you know, but if you want to fight some jungle monsters.
Kyra opens the door and says, "Why is baby boy crying? What did you do?" He's always crying, but this is some pretty hard crying. I can hear it through the fucking door.
I'll tell you what we didn't do. We didn't spend 500 years emotionally abusing him.
Andronicus.
Wow. Wow. First of all, I didn't have access to him because he was protected by the queens of Eregia. I had to do it all by letter.
You know how much it sucks having to send hate mail one handwritten note at a time?
Yeah, you can only get caught sneaking in to Regia so many times, you know, start so many wars on accident before your sister tells you that you're not allowed to do that anymore.
Those were you.
There was like 21 wars. They were all me. Listen, I don't want to. No one's allowed to make you cry but me.
We just had a bit of a discussion on where you stand.
Oh, no! You asked him about Hexia? Oh no, that's a real soft spot for him.
He came to us with the information.
All his spots are soft. He's like made out of dough.
Now that we're here, and now that you're done with your little constellation speech, is there anything else that you have?
Now my constellation speeches are little. Wow, I feel a lot. God. I feel like you're projecting some
animosity.
Anger at, yeah, like what did I do to you?
Just all of you.
All of me.
This talk to each other, and you haven't.
This talk of gods.
You are the worst champion of the gods ever.
You're the worst gods to be champions, huh?
Wow.
All right, Andronicus, I know you have an axe to grind.
I am going to call my sister, and I am going to tell her what you just said, and you're going to lose all your powers. Huh?
If she's honest with herself, she'll know it's true.
Wow.
Doesn't mean we don't want to help. We just want you to help yourselves also.
Oh my god! Like we don't help ourselves every day. Jeez, look at me. I'm wearing clothes. I'm bathed. I'm having a great day.
I pushed away the person that I felt the closest to ever since I had a kid with Julian's dad.
What are you talking about? Who?
You and Telemachus.
Me and Telemachus. First of all, I don't know who's spreading rumors about me and Telemachus. We are work friends, and that's it. Secondly, Julian's father was a great man, and I miss him a lot. And I just thought that of all the people on the ship, you would respect the fact that sometimes people lose people, and they don't need to be reminded about it, Andronicus.
And they don't need to run away from everything either. It's okay to have feelings, Kira.
Okay. Her 27 performance check pulls at your heartstrings, dismantling your defenses.
Orin sucks back in a purple tear.
Just luminous purple tears.
Pulls it back.
This is gonna be a really hard island, okay? It's gonna be a really hard island. I don't think Pi is safe going onto this island.
I don't think we could stop
I was
him.
gonna go whether we bring him with us or
Yeah.
not.
But,
Well, then I'm going to.
okay, we were agonizing over who to bring.
Great.
You have any recommendations for a fifth?
Yes, Blazing Ben. She's horny AF for abs.
I don't know if we want to bring.
Done.
I was thinking Narcissus, but
It's already
maybe that's not a smart.
No,
move.
no.
Narcissus, he's not even on the B team. That's ridiculous.
I mean, this is not incapable. Narcissus
But
Nim.
I do happen to know how to get a hold of Nim.
It's okay. He told us
Told you what?
that he is.
He was
Nim.
masquerading as Nim for a while.
He was
Did you all know that?
You heard me.
He was Nim.
She's flabbergasted. That's crazy. What? Wow.
Does he
Wow.
have trickery in his portfolio? Like, are you dropping that now? Is that?
Orin feels
Well-
better because it seems like he wasn't the only one out of the loop. So
Yeah, that's news to me. Wow. Maybe we should respect his secret identity then, and I'll just go get Dim for this mission. That sounds good.
Well, if you didn't put it together, Pythor definitely didn't. So I think it'd be safe.
this Nim was filling in for me. Is he any good at combat going through this jungle? Be able to get us through there? Be a big help for that.
No,
they are fantastic. But
the time that Nim filled in for you was the darkest part of our timeline. It was terrible. We had to rely on Andronicus for DPS. It was horrible.
Sibo's eyes are bleeding.
I mean, you made it through the fate
Well,
with
he
the
did bless the rains down in Africa.
I started getting
multiple
hit by
times.
things. It was
Or let
terrible.
me put it this way: they fought one Amazon for 7 weeks.
her tales of her prowess. Maya said she wasn't any more capable than your average Amazon, though, and frightens me.
Yeah, it frightens me too, buddy. Oh look, here's Nim right here. Okay, great.
Nim's like wiping tears.
Will, you have to roleplay Nim. Sorry, it's your creation. You have to deal with it.
He's done it.
That's awesome.
Nim's like, Kara came to get me, but you don't really want me going on this, do you?
I don't know. I feel like
I appreciate the offer, but I mean, I heard Yala was really anxious to fight some.
Pythor puts a firm hand on Nim's shoulder, walking up in the doorway of the captain's quarters. You hear the kind of crunch of bone, and he says, "No, I think this is a great idea.
Nim's gonna
let's,
shrink a little bit.
Let's get the boat ready." All right, so they head upstairs.
Oh no. Oh no.
You guys
Even
have got this.
Just
Don't worry.
looking at this sheet, oh, it's atrocious. There's not a combat spell on here. God. Oh, no, wait, there's Guiding Bolt. And that's it. Hey, tongue
So
is
we
nice,
have to
though.
stay, what, is it 10 or 20 feet away from Andronicus unless we take fire damage? Like,
Yeah, Andronicus, the whole time in the meeting, he's just like hanging from like a rope or like a chain, like, and like talking through the window, I guess, because I guess you're not allowed on the boat, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh my god, that's true.
They just got you in like a harness, like
No,
hanging
he's
from the back of the
Skype-
boat.
he's Skyping in. He's Skyping in through Sibo's notebook and through the mind link. So we all just turn over to Andronicus, who's on the little book.
I write a ... when I'm composing my thoughts so that you guys know that I want to say something.
Oh my god.
Alright.
He's
So
Skyping
you swim in and they row in, and you guys head to shore. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay. All right.
Before we actually go, one thing I did want to bring up was, do we know how Hexia feels about other dragons? I feel that I've been remiss in looking after Cadmus and want to potentially involve him in this. Do we feel that might be triggering, or?
Oh, it dumps. You asked Kyra that?
Wait, bring who into this?
Yeah.
Or are you asking? Or you just asking the main?
I'm asking the group.
The main crew. Oh, okay.
I'm asking the group as a whole.
Wait, bring who into this?
Cadmus, my dragon.
Could be very dangerous.
Everything is dangerous, but they need to learn at some point, and they can't grow unless they're challenged.
I need to have a serious conversation with Callius about this as well. I'm always so scared that something will happen to her.
Oh, yeah.
It's good for them to learn and build experience, but this is a rough one to bring them up.
Well, then we don't. But that's why I want to ask the question.
Yes, Julian. When we get back, we need to talk to them.
There have been reports by the crew that these two dragons have been causing a lot of trouble.
Wedgies and ding dong ditching.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of pranks, and some of them have actually resulted in injuries.
Pretty sure Cyber's got a TikTok going where they prank the crew. And they run off cackling.
Yeah, so, yeah,
messing with Moxena is a whole segment.
The three dragon kids, you guys are busy working parents, so you kind of are like, I'll deal with it later, but there has been mounting concern on the crew that these dragons are going to take it too far, and people are going to get really, really hurt. Or the dragons are going to get really, really hurt. And some of the pranks have a somewhat malicious tinge to them.
Maybe bring them as a scared straight kind of thing.
No, I don't think that's.
It'll be doubly impactful if we have to kill Hexia and Pythor. Because think about this: worst case scenario, over the SIBO network, Hexia's allied with Sidon and doesn't allow us to leave. Doesn't intend to let us leave. Not saying that's the case, of course. But if that is the case, we need to be prepared for what we have to do.
All right.
I'm gonna go get my rain boots.
You guys,
some water, puddle stomping.
You guys make it to the island. It is big. It is big. Hollywood Amazon energy. Like, you get to the beach, and immediately you're like, we going to the fucking Congo. Like, we going in there, and this is gonna be a fucking 50-foot tall gorilla. This is gonna be a snake 1 mile long. Like, this is gonna be nuts. And Kyra says, so we brought Georgos instead of Nessa because...
Oh, he really wanted to go.
I was not against bringing Nessa, but somebody...
I think she had a prior...
turns to look at Oren.
Yeah,
Oren, I know he's your best friend, but this sets kind of a bad precedent, right? Like, his B-team power, specifically for fighting green dragons, makes it kind of feel like, to me, that you're entertaining the idea that we might be fighting the green dragon. So it kind of has a subtle vibe to it. You had
we feel like the green dragon might be fighting us.
There could be
like we're going to be fighting the green dragon.
It could be some sort of gas-based attack from a creature, you know.
Gas-based attack? Yeah. I rode in on the rowboat with him. There was gas-based attacks the whole time.
You didn't have to ride in that boat. I've got rowboats. You could have taken one. You don't need to always take the 2 jolly boats.
Yeah, it's good luck to take the 2 jolly boats.
Well, Georgos could
Also,
come invaluable.
I didn't want to hurt his feelings. If I'm the coolest, right? So if I didn't ride with him, no one else would want to ride with him.
Wait, who told you that?
That I'm the coolest, or that
Yes,
nobody would
yes.
want to. I know it in
Don't
my
mind.
heart.
Because
Okay.
she's the coolest.
Okay.
I'll
Of
mind rolling with
course
him.
you are.
He always rose.
Also, Theodorus, or whatever his name is, he's always telling me how cool I am. You know, my work friend that I don't care about.
After we're done with the dragons, Julian, we're going to talk to your mother.
What's the guy's name? Thesaurus, right? Like, something like that. Anyways.
Talking about a behemoth?
You're embarrassing yourself.
I know it sounds like the book that you look up cinnamon in. Anyways. Here we go.
Julian just has this look on his face like, okay, Andronicus, you could have that fight now.
All right. A frog nearby looks at all of you. It's a big frog. And it says, what's up?
Has it got blood leading from its mouth?
Yes.
And it speaks.
All the animals on this island are carnivores. They just eat each other. Yes, I know scientifically that doesn't work, but Dungeons and Dragons. So.
It's speaking Thylea.
The toxin levels in these.
Yeah.
We just feed one of these to Sidon, he's fucking dead.
Like, this is the game where they don't care about freshwater versus saltwater, so they certainly don't care if island only has carnivores on it. All right, so just go with it. Yeah. So the frog says, "You're new."
Or to look to Maya, a resident animal expert, and then I guess Maya will probably look to Julian.
Okay.
No, Sibo. Yeah, there we go. He's head for the animals.
You are a silent order of monks. No one can speak.
No, we can speak. It's just
there we go.
You're asking obvious questions.
What do you mean?
You asked if we were new. You just saw skirt off the ships off the shore.
You're giving my eyesight a lot of credit.
Well, I mean, a seasoned frog such as yourself, I'm sure you've been around a time or two.
Oh man, yeah, he puffs up like a balloon at this compliment. Yeah.
Even the frog. Man's been out here working the jungle for.
Well, it's true. I do know my way around. Do know my way around the verdant island, aka the island of the dragon, where the big boss lady rules supreme.
Clearly, I mean, you've survived this long.
I am awakened by Her Majesty.
Majesty being Hexia.
Yes. All the animals on the island are awakened.
That may be a bit problematic since you have to feed on one another, I would think.
Yep, it is.
Imagine things get very rude.
Oh no, it gets real bad on the full moon. That's when we have the purge.
Did she come around and awaken each one of you individually, or was it more of an all-at-once type of thing?
No, the island itself gives us our awakened feels, makes us smarter. Checking the board book, it does say that green dragons, their regional effect is that the plants and animals can sometimes be awakened if the dragon is of sufficient age and power.
So it's a big tell if all of them are awakened. And carnivorous.
Anyways, just be careful out there. I don't think it's a purge tonight. But 2 nights from now, you don't want to be here.
Appreciate the warning.
Well, you've been such a helpful fellow. Why don't you tag along? I'm sure that there are plenty of people that are going to want to, pick on the new weaklings in town. And I give him a wink at this. And I'm sure you could capitalize on the ensuing bloodshed.
Okay. Yeah, sure. All right, Catty Giant Frog parentheses 1 joins the party. Anybody
Alright.
wanna ride me?
Are you a poisonous frog?
Yes.
I think we'll pass. But I have to say, I am curious, considering that you're all waking creatures. I mean, what do you do in your spare time? You can't be, hunting and killing and eating one another all the time. That seems a bit boring.
We make music a lot. Everybody's pretty into music here.
Like singing or?
That
No.
must...
Music. And he makes some nice frog music for you. It's actually pretty good.
Is it just croaking or is it a?
This is the new song for.
It's croaking with a beat. It's croaking with a beat.
Oh,
if you had
croak
brought him,
boxes.
I mean, again, like this is
If we had brought Carl's Jr., he would have ended up dead because child of Pythor.
Oh, fair. Good point.
Yep,
Good point.
yep.
Hexy would take one look at it and be like, nope, dead. Well, if you're constantly at each other's throats, I mean, that must make the really hard on the music scene. Because if someone gets good and then there's a bit of a popularity there, they could be someone's dinner, next purge, and then there you go. No more of that favorite song.
You seem to spend a lot of time worrying about being eaten. Life is about living.
Well, I'm looking at it from the perspective of, what happens if while you're living something untoward happens. So isn't there a way that you could perhaps, avoid the whole messiness and, have those niceties?
Oh yeah, I'm good at jumping and climbing. I can bury myself in the mud, and I'm a pretty fast swimmer.
That's...
Yep. I also keep track of the mile-long snake.
Oh, that is important.
A mile-long snake, huh? Where is it now? You show us on a map.
I don't know what's a map.
You know if it's which direction it went.
Last time I checked, it was sunbathing on the mountaintop.
Mountaintop. Warren looks
it
around.
Mostly sunbathes on the mountaintop. It likes fish more than anything else. So it'll swim in the ocean, grab some big fish, come back and digest on the rock. Works out really well for everyone else. We're so happy that she likes fish. I can't express to you how happy we are that she likes fish.
Yeah, we certainly wouldn't want to run into something.
Also, the fish in the ocean, they aren't awakened, so we don't have to feel as bad when they scream out in the night as they're being, digested alive inside her tummy.
Yeah, well, we certainly wouldn't want to run into something as awesome and cool as that.
Oh, yeah. That'd be crazy. If she ate you, you'd be in the easiest dungeon inside a monster ever.
Only one exit, 2 exits. Either end. Alright, Warren discreetly on the map circles the mountaintop.
Okay. So I'm assuming that did you guys want to come in here and head up towards her lair through this mountain pass?
Oh, over the mountaintop? Cool.
Well, I mean...
Yeah, we inexplicably start walking northeast.
I guess if you show him this map, he would be like, "Oh, yeah, that looks like the mountain." Okay. Yeah, it's like there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like it's not directly on our route. That's good.
What are these things? They look like the boats that the pink lady comes in on.
Talking about the spring wind.
He looks with his very poor nearsightedness. He looks out towards the ocean. He says, "I don't see him."
Oh, they're out there.
There's all of them are out there.
Well, at some point, yes.
What's this?
That's where the Kraken sleeps.
Oh, he's a bad guy. He's
You
a
know-
bad guy.
You know of the Kraken, yet you can't see boats.
Well, yeah, we know the Kraken. He comes on land and terrorizes us sometimes.
Hmm.
Really?
He sows fear and uncertainty. He really likes to come on land during the purge.
I thought he would be confined to the ocean.
No, he flies.
Flies. Quickly?
Well, not like a bird. He just sort of floats fast.
Hmm.
It's very scary. Very scary. I always bury myself in the mud.
It's a good call.
You cry a lot too, because he's so scary.
Nim's just like shifting from one foot to the other, like uncomfortably, like looking around the jungle. They've got their hand on the invisibility button.
Yeah, I feel like any character with a good imagination would probably be pretty terrified to find out that the Kraken could fly. So.
Orin's like, rad.
Which stat does imagination?
We don't have to. We don't have to fight it in the water.
Gosh, I think imagination. Gosh,
I feel
if
like
had
it's
to pick,
somewhere between intelligence and charisma.
maybe. I feel like it's
I think
wisdom.
not-
I think it's wisdom, honestly.
Really, I feel like not wisdom.
Really? Because intelligence is facts. You know what I'm saying? And like learning.
it'd be like
Wisdom.
a
Wisdom is
mix of-
insight and intuition.
It'd be like
feel
a
like
mix
it's
of whiz and charisma.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Like
creativity.
I feel like it's the actual mental component of charisma.
No,
Like
tell
because
you
most
what.
of-
If you don't have proficiency in the new crafting skill, you don't have an imagination.
Oh my god.
That'll settle that.
Proficiency.
Alright,
in the
sweet.
craft. I think I've got proficiency.
All right. So, anyways, you guys are gonna head overland and up.
Yep.
Okay. All right. He does keep asking if anyone wants to ride him. It seems to mean a lot to him that someone give him a shot. And ride
Giorgos is
around
immune to
on him.
poison, right?
Look, I could, but you don't really want me that close to you.
I imagine Giorgos would take him up on that off.
Okay. He regrets it immediately.
Especially when he
Yorgos
realizes
with a frog.
Especially when he realizes Giorgos is probably immune to poison.
Yeah, no, Giorgos. He's fine with it. The frog has regrets immediately. All right, let me see. Yeah, you didn't bring Nessa, so I guess it's fighting time. All right.
We stumble into a clearing. Somehow we found ourselves in the northeast mountain. We also didn't bring Corinna, so Orin's been navigating.
Oh no!
Yeah, I remember
Uh,
those days.
God damn.
Nobody with proficiency in survival. Like, I don't know where the fuck we are.
Yeah, that was, and we always just forgot that Maya didn't have survival proficiency until Tom
Because
was
druids
like,
only
you know,
get
I
2
don't,
skills.
I
Yeah.
don't have survival. We're like, ah, shit, you're
Doesn't
right.
have animal handling either.
All right, so these babies, you said they couldn't come, right? On the trip.
Wow, so
We
cold-hearted.
thought it might be best not on
Alright.
this one.
They definitely didn't come with you.
Yeah, jeez.
Insight check.
You see Pythor's beard move suspiciously.
And then you hear him quietly whisper, "It's okay, it's okay."
Nah, he's a mess. He's being very stoic right now.
God, I'm just picturing this. Wait, we're missing one person, I think, right?
What?
Oh no, we got
Who?
everybody. Moxana's right there. She's creeping. She's
Alright.
creeping. Okay. This is
Okay.
what an interesting party we have. Got Giorgos mounted
Yeah.
atop poisonous carnivorous frog.
All
Imagine
right,
that.
so
They're leading the way.
all right, I'll bring you over to this map of the thorn-choked jungle. You guys able to see?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, Maya, with her incredible perception, tells you Guys, there's people up ahead. And frogs.
How many?
Are they fighting or are the people riding the frog?
She says, I don't know, I heard them. I didn't see them.
You didn't get. But yeah,
Julian will
but those ears
activate
to work.
his winged sandals and get some elevation to try and see.
Yeah, Warren pulls the shield off his back.
As you rise up on your flying sandals, give me a perception check. Ooh, that's a good perception check. Yeah, you do see that there are 6 wild-looking elves, and they are riding on poisonous frogs, similar to the one that is hanging out with you guys. They are up in the trees and hiding in the bushes there and there.
Over the SIBO network, Julian will say, "It's those elves we were told about on Frogback. They're waiting to ambush us, it would seem."
Julian, if you want to try speaking with them, I can cast tongues on you. Nim will say from the invisible from your they're invisible right now from your side.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Can Nim come off the B team bench to cast tongues?
Since he has no discernible B team skill, that's fine. Yeah.
Nice. All right, they'll cast tongues on you, Julian.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, so I guess Julian would have to dip back down to Nim, get tongues, and he's gonna fly back up, and we're gonna kind of go ahead of the group. And he's
leaping into view is a handsome tanned elf riding on an even more handsome frog. They leap into view. Excuse me. And he looks over at you and he says, "Halt! Go no further. These are the lands of the poisoned sonnet. She of the sorrowful song. Queen of the emerald scale."
Well, then we're exactly where we're meant to be. We were coming to seek an audience with Queen Hexia.
Who are you that you seek such a great honor? And your timing is less than fortuitous, for soon the island will be purged.
Well, the heroes of prophecy always have interesting timing.
The heroes of prophecy. All right, he's gonna roll a fame check.
Perhaps you've heard of us.
I have no idea who that is. I, Captain Darok, of the Emerald Elves.
Can I roll a fame check on him?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, what do I need to roll?
You roll d20.
Tell me you don't immediately know Captain Darok of the Emerald Elves?
I got 12.
Okay, you're not 100% sure who that is, but based on the briefing, he is probably part of the elves that were kidnapped and basically forced into service and now worship her as a god. So, Orin, same deal. He says,
Checks out.
"Well, you better listen to me. There are over 500 frog riders waiting in the trees for my signal."
All right. Well, signal them and allow us to pass, and we can meet with your queen.
If I signal them, it signals your death.
Well, there are many different signals. Perhaps you could allow us
just
to
have
pass.
the one.
I cannot do that. I don't have. Uh, I don't have permission. If you wish an audience with Queen Hexia, you must go through my leader first.
All right. Can
Are
you?
you willing to submit yourself to our custody? We will blindfold all of you and take you to our secret waterfall lair. And he's shit. Our secret lair that could be by a waterfall.
It's a good save.
Captain, I'm sure if you've got 500 riders, you could manage little old us.
Yes, well,
what's
I
the need
see,
for secrecy?
I
Not
see you
going
have a
to cause
frog rider of your
problems.
own. Impressive.
We do. Yorgos is a man of many talents.
Oh, that is a man. I see.
And great friendship.
He looks around. Oh, it is worth mentioning, he is speaking in the common tongue, but he has a bit of an Oresian accent, actually.
That
which is
weird.
interesting. Yeah. But my throat hurts, and I couldn't even begin to figure out how to make him
It's
sound
fine.
like he had a lingering Oresian accent. Well, also, anyways. So he says,
that is a fair point. You might also bump into things if you're blindfolded. Shoot.
Indeed.
All right.
Your secret waterfall lair wouldn't happen to be northeast past the mountaintop, would it?
No. How did you know he had a secret waterfall base?
Just a hunch. We've done our research, Captain Darroch of the Emerald Scale Elves.
Oh.
The heroes of prophecy don't come unprepared.
Oh. How interesting that my reputation preceded me, but yours did not precede you.
There's no excuse for being uninformed.
Well,
Alright, lead the way.
he would like a persuasion check.
I give the help action to Julian.
all right. I would say that's fair. You've both been contributing to this. So, Julian, you add the proficiency. Oh my god. All right.
He says, you're talking a lot of sense. Hop this way.
And he boings off towards the north.
Time to hop.
He's got the gist of it, yeah.
Julian will reduce his height, and he will, using his winged sandals, he will hop along as well.
Okay.
We're just gonna walk. Looking through the trees, that is Orin spy these 1,000 elves and frogs.
Oh no, they are far too good at camouflage. But you do happen to see a couple, but I guess the other 498 were really good stealthing. All right.
Definitely an Oresian.
Pythor stage whispers to Moxena, I think this guy's full of shit. All right. So,
Says, you don't think.
you hop along behind him, and then they lead you to their secret base. Let me see. Yes, here's the secret base. There we go. All right, you hear the rush of the waterfall, and you are transported back to the Mithril Mines, and we force everyone to rewatch those episodes under the guise of it being a fucking flashback, so they waste all their fucking time. Sorry, I'm having some issues with One Piece. So, all right. So you guys hear the crush of the waterfall up ahead, and you see a resplendent and beautiful scene before you. It takes your breath away. It's so fucking gorgeous. There's like sparkles in the air. Everything is lush and green. There's a Fable 1 and 2 bloom filter applied to everything. The
Nice.
saturate. Yeah, it's fucking gorgeous. It's a fucking rainbow. Look at this. This is just a fucking rainbow over here.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's a paradise. What can I say? It's a fucking paradise. There's some magic stones over here. They are making a gentle resonating music that sounds like the world's most perfect dulcimer. And everyone is just sort of like vibing on their poisonous frogs. Darok says, that's right, Captain Darok has led you to this beautiful scene.
It's quite nice.
Alas, without a skilled frog, you will not be able to access our secret lair. I will go and retrieve my superior, that she might speak with you.
Got a grappling hook here. I could probably make it in.
What? No. Just wait here. If you're feeling brave, you could try to ford this mighty river and listen to the sweet, dulcet tones of the singing stones. Boing! He disappears.
Your one will test the speed of the water. Pretty quick, or looks like you could swim across the deep.
It's surprisingly deep. If you didn't have a frog to boing across, it could be very deadly. These falls would be like 200 feet down to the sharp rocks below. Oh, I should say also, Orin, off in the distance, you see the other mountaintop, and you see the snake curled up on the mountaintop. The snake opens one eye and looks at you, and then it blinks.
You know, it might take him a while to go and get that leader. Might want to do some scouting in the surrounding area.
Julian's just gonna fly across and go take in the music.
All right. Yorgos says, yeah, I don't want to get left out. Come on, Hopper, let's go. And the frog, who has many regrets, says, yeah, if I fucking got it, bro. Boing!
Fantastic.
I can show you my dancing skills if you want.
And he begins to dance. And it is fucking amazing. All of the frogs and elves come to watch and bear witness. Some of them begin to weep openly at his rhythm.
Julian just sort of stands back and is amazed. Yet again.
Seems like, oh, well, this is
It's always
so bad,
nice to see Yorgos making new friends.
All right, you hear 1, 2, 3, 4 boing sounds, and 4 frog riders appear. You know that they're special because they have unique miniatures.
Great hair.
All right. So, as they appear, Darok says, I have gone and fetched my superiors. They would listen to your words and find your intent. Know that they are in tune with this island in a way that only the queen herself could compare to. If you act against us, you act against the entire island. And this guy, he says, yeah, it's true. Watch. He raises his left hand, and as he does, the mile-long snake off in the distance raises its head and opens both its eyes.
So you've got control of that giant snake.
It is not control. I am simply in tune with the rhythm and the harmony of this island.
I guess it'd be a problem for you all if that snake was slain then, huh?
That would be terrible.
Sibo tries to attune to the island.
Sibo tries to do what? Sorry, you were ASMR on us pretty hard.
I said Sibo tries to attune to the island, but
Okay. Yeah, sure. Give me a give me a charisma nature.
Ooh, all right. Can my charisma nature be below a 10? Oh, that was I hit the button too fast.
Oh wow. You sit there meditating and you realize that what they say is true. There is a lot of magic here that kind of weaves and winds its way through the island. It's not something that you could do very quickly, but you imagine with enough time and meditation, you could tap into the magic of this island.
I'll share that over the network.
Okay.
You're that guy, as you said, the snake shouldn't be slain. Unless we want to be at odds with these elves.
Okay.
Discreetly.
This frog rider says, I know of you. You are the heroes of prophecy.
That's right. We've come here seeking an audience. Exia.
I see. What if I gave you a counter offer? I have never forgotten my homeland and what was taken from me.
You speak of the great games?
Wait, what? Did we lose this year?
Oh, yes, it was terrible. I think 9th place.
9th place?
Julian over there was the champion. Finals
That
came down
guy?
to majority of Mitros participants. I don't think there was even any regions in the finals.
Stop distracting me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Many who dwell on this island, all, perhaps, were taken, slaves forced into service. We seek the destruction of Hexia. She says that you hear many bones and knuckles popping in Pythor's fist as he starts balling them up.
Oh.
You are outsiders and heroes. Your job is to slay evil. Help us. Help us rise up against her. Help us destroy her. And we will give to you all her treasure. All we seek is our freedom. What say you?
We're going to say with the SIBO network. Wasn't expecting that.
Julian will think, no, we weren't, but we should neither accept nor decline. Perhaps we just need to say we need to assess the situation before making a commitment.
Why are you so quiet?
It's the quick mental combo.
We have found that we are at our best when we have time to think over matters.
I see. You may set up camp by our singing stones. We will accept your answer at sunset.
Every elf here was taken against their will here to serve Hexia. What is your...
If not every elf, then their ancestors.
Why do you not leave aboard a boat? Surely some traders come here. Members of the pirate crews.
Only the pirates come here. And we are forbidden to leave. Why do you ask so many questions? Is she not a monster worth slaying? Is her centuries of treasure and powerful magic not ripe for the taking? Is that not motivation enough beyond helping people to gain freedom?
Warren's like looking over like... over the SIBO network, yeah, but it's complicated because he's one of our friend's exes.
Again, all very strong arguments. Allow us time to consider things fully and properly, and we will parlay.
All right, so this guy says, so this is not because you are afraid. This is because you need time to think. So you are considering what we have proposed?
We are considering how to deal with the situation, yes.
They're all options.
Interesting.
As you can see by the reaction of your purple-haired friend there, she was surprised at the fact that I was victorious at the Great Games. We are not your conventional heroes, and planning and consideration lends much to our success.
This one finally speaks up. She only wears skulls as her clothes. Only skulls.
Awesome.
That's the hot topic.
And she says,
is there full art of her?
somewhere.
We're asking for scientific research
Oh,
purposes.
no.
She
Viability
says,
of a skull only, wardrobe.
I mean, with AI, baby, you could have the picture in seconds. But she says, it seems to me that you don't know what to do. I thought heroes would be more decisive. Your indecision makes me ponder the purpose of your visit to this island.
Pays to investigate and gather knowledge for yourself, rather than taking anyone at their word.
The purple-haired elf says, "Are you implying that I am deceitful?"
Implying that we don't have the full story.
Where would you get the story from, if not the leaders of the elves?
We need to meet with Hexia before we take any action on the island.
I'm sorry. We can't allow that to happen until you answer our request.
You would make enemies of possible allies because they haven't finished their
due diligence?
You haven't taken action against Hexia yourselves, so you don't think yourselves capable. And yet we travel here, perhaps to lend aid, and you would turn us away, even fight us, rather than let us do our work.
And if we are so mighty as to defeat Hexia, what chance do you all stand against us?
This guy finally says, Eris, that is enough. I feel that they have proven their level-headedness. If they had jumped at your offer, we would know them for fools, blood-hungry treasure mongers. No,
Warren folds his arm like, yeah.
They have the souls of philosophers. It is likely they seek only knowledge. And then Eris smiles at all of you guys and says, sorry, just had to test you. See where your heart laid. Heart's laid? Listen, it was a test. If you had jumped at the chance to attack Hexia, you would have been sorry.
You do. Okay.
Over the SIBO network. Over the SIBO network, SIBO will remind everyone that Ventus was an elf.
Remind everyone
You cut out.
That Ventus was an elf. That could shift into an elf.
Oh. Okay.
To be careful with our responses as such.
All right. This lady says, excellent. Do you wish to speak with her now? And will you be staying for the purge? I can tell that one of you has the spirit of a warrior.
What is the purpose of this purge?
The purpose of the purge is to punish those who would be cruel or disobedient. We have
That's so.
no jails, no prisons, no dungeons. But those who would harm others, those that would betray the Queen's interest, they are haunted by the light of the full moon. However, the more savage, and she pats her poisonous frog affectionately, denizens of the island become overexcited in the light of Fengari's tears, and, well, things get a little violent. It's a dangerous night to be out and about, naked and alone with no gear, but such is the punishment for those who step out of line.
Sounds like an excellent night to be naked and with company indoors.
She looks at you and says, I suppose, though I would worry about breaking you, Metal Man.
Julian will take off his mask, and he will give her a smile and a wink and say, "Oh, I'm hard and soft in all the right places."
We will see. Eris of Aresia says, if your intention is to speak with the Queen, we can guide you to her. Without our help, you will wander this island aimlessly until you die, the victim of poison or some fell hunter.
Mile-long snake.
No, honestly, the snake doesn't do much. I think it just eats a whale, like, every couple weeks.
Oh, so it's not, doesn't really have any animosity to it then, not really.
It's pretty old and lazy.
Not much of a fight. Well, I think we're ready to see Exia.
I mean, it would have to be a pretty good fighter to have gotten that big, I suppose.
Okay, you got me. You pulled me back in.
Yeah.
For nothing in particular. Meeting with Exia, that's it.
It's said that trapped inside the giant snake is all manner of weapons and armor and treasure of those who have tried to slay it and failed. The creature is apparently unable to pass magical equipment through its digestive system.
And you're so in tune with you haven't tried to help? It's got to be painful, right?
Ooh. She looks around at everybody, and they look kind of guilty. They're like, "Oh, never thought about that." This guy says, "That's nothing Dr. Derok, veterinarian, couldn't solve. I'll get on it right away."
We've been inside several monsters. Are you prepared? Do you have potions of acid resistance or anything?
Oh, those are optional.
Yes, but it is generally better with that.
Okay. Eris says, excellent. Why don't you tell me what sort of monsters you've been inside? How is your poison resistance? It'll be easier on Frog.
Or it's got poison resistance.
Alright.
We'll climb on the frog.
Then you will not be poisoned by riding on the frog.
Amazing.
Poison resistance.
Okay. Sivo just what? Just eating bad stuff?
Yeah.
Sivo just like walks up the frogs. He just licks them randomly.
Basically, I mean, he's stout halfling, but yeah, that was the joke.
Eris of Aresia pauses and looks at Nim and says, "You are very beautiful. There's something about you that I find otherworldly."
Nim's I feel like Nim's probably pretty relaxed because it's a nice area's
Yeah.
looking much more hospitable. So despite the large amount of poison frogs, they just they smile and say, yes, I seem to have that effect. Maybe we could talk about it after while the Pop here are meeting with Hexia. And he
Yo,
kind of edges
yo,
away from Pythor.
your accent. Are you also from Aricia?
I've spent time there, yes.
My friend Darak and I, we were taken as children.
I guess Nim would know. I mean, there's not really a lot of elves in Arisia. It's
Well, there's not a lot of elves in Thylea, honestly. The
yeah,
you kind of found that out when you went to the Indigo Elves, that elves
it's probably like
mysteriously started vanishing uh, because a lot of the longer lived races that would remember history better sort of started disappearing.
yeah, it's probably the most amount of elves we've seen since the Isles.
Yeah,
So I guess it would have been pretty long ago that they were taken.
it could have been. Yeah, I mean, not longer than Nim would have been around, but
Yeah. Nim will go in talking about some of the recent developments of Arisia,
okay.
how the different schools are doing, uh, what the current state of Queen, blanking on her
Hel-
name.
Helen.
Yeah, Queen Helen, what the current state of her harem is, all the latest Parisian gossip that Parisians would share behind closed doors.
All right, so you bounce and jump and frolic essentially your way down and up waterfalls, and the landscape is just more and more beautiful as you go. It's just it's like a dream, honestly. And you also kind of feel almost a bit like euphoric, as if like the oxygen levels are like higher here than other islands you've been to, which might explain the vibrancy and the fullness of all the plants and the size of the animals. Um, Eventually, you come to a grove where all of the trees just have these sort of pinkish, kind of fuchsia colored blossoms that are just perpetually doing like an anime Sakura Blossoms festival down into this clearing. There are statues of some of the most physically perfect and beautiful people you've ever seen, um, kind of just posed around the grove, and I will place you on the map.
Over the SIBO network, Julian will think at everyone, I don't think those are just statues. Those are probably.
Oh, Moxana says, yeah, that's some of my work, actually.
Yes.
All right. Eros of Arisia says, yes, these are the collection of the queen. She is obsessed with the perfection of the humanoid form. This was a famous Sarisian monk who had attained nearly perfect physical performance. And over there, a muscle scholar. And you see that he kind of looks like a nerd, but he's got like big muscles. It looks like he was in the middle of explaining some really boring shit when he got turned to stone. There, one of the greatest hunters of Themis. Often
the queen will bask in the sun and enjoy the beauty and splendor of this grove. But be wary, the entrance to her lair is guarded by a fearsome and terrible beast, the son of the Kraken. And he's kind of a pervert. He's always trying to touch my boobs and my butt.
He's not purple, is he?
Yes, he is.
Oh no.
Maya. Suddenly Maya's wrinkles fade away.
Yeah, because we got the mods back.
Don't worry. I will brave his perversions to go and tell the queen that you would like to speak with her. A boing!
Then we'll cast Sanctuary on them as they leave.
Oh, that's really sweet of you. Boing! Boing! Alright. This mysterious guardian, the son of the Kraken, is going to make a wisdom saving throw to try to grope her anyways.
Damn.
Can't do it. Guess to choose a new target. The frog.
Alright, hold on. You see a purple striped tentacle come out and grope the frog as it goes by.
Ah. Nim would have known to. They wouldn't have remembered to cast it twice, fortunately. Sorry, frog.
Frog gets
In
around.
Cat Sanctuary, is it just her teaching Eris the no square dance?
Yeah, the frog's like, just joke's on you, I'm into this.
Yeah, right.
Frogs always want to be rid.
Where's oh no! The camera cuts back to the mountaintop where Giorgos is still dancing because as an undead he's immune to exhaustion. And the elves are cheering him on.
Oh no. We need the poison gas attacks.
Pythor is looking very nervous. Like he's having trouble breathing. And Kyra is kind of patting his arm and being like, you got this, you could do this. Who's the champ? You're the champ. You got this. God of Valor, baby. Let's get in there.
How are you holding up, Uncle?
Fine.
It's just I'm fine. As he says that, Dreamweaver starts playing, and the most beautiful green dragon he's ever seen in his life emerges from the lair.
Oh,
And you see that he has just been transported to another realm as he looks at her majestic form. She is a pretty fucking scary dragon, I'm gonna be honest. If a green dragon from D&D was asked to pose for the cover of Heavy Metal magazine, this is the dragon that you would be dealing with. This bitch is fucking beefy and heavily armored. She got battle scars everywhere, and her scales have sort of a vibrant sort of glow pattern to them that is almost hypnotizing, as if some of the scales illuminate, and then that illumination kind of scintillates across her hide. She spreads her wings, and she flies over and lands at this waterfall. And then she poses with the fucking rainbow that's perpetually being made by the waterfall. She fans her wings really wide. And Pythor, he just he's like kind of like almost fainting. Kyra's struggling to keep him up. You guys have seen Pythor kind of get horny before, but this is something different. This is a full like capture of the heart. Like he is body and soul mesmerized by this being. This frog over here says, I know what you mean, buddy. I know what you mean. All right.
Make sure
She's.
I'm not between him
Nim's gonna try to look. Nim's gonna try to look very small atop their frog, which is definitely poison them because they've only got a +1 con save. No poison resistance.
All right. She says, "You have come. Splendid. Come forward, guest, that I might look upon you."
Orn will dismount his frog, stride forward. He glances around for any touchy-feely tentacles as he wades through the water. Ready to
Take
smack
a look
him.
at the water to see if there's any tentacles there.
It seems fine. This is a lazy stream that just trickles down, creating even more beauty and ambiance to this otherwise picture-perfect scene.
Might be more aesthetic. Orn he wades back across the water because it'd look cooler if we talked to her from across the rainbow.
Yeah. She says, "Oh, that is an excellent spot for you to stand. I want to be able to see you and hear you. And of course, being within breath weapon range doesn't hurt either."
Orn looks around for Georgos like, oh, fuck.
Who is the fat gorilla that you've brought with you?
My name is Sibo.
She just she looks at you and she starts to chuckle and she says, "You're cute and clever. No, I was trying to be cruel to Pythor, but you diffused the situation quite well. Come on, step forward, that I might see all of you." So, what have we here? The heroes of prophecy. I have watched your adventures. They are a bit slow for my tastes, but you occasionally entertain. I liked how none of you wanted to be the champion of that one. Shows that you at least have some wisdom. I see that others are susceptible to temptation, a tragic trait for a hero. But that you are flexible and forgiving. And it is an honor to meet with a fellow queen. Queen Maya of Themis, you do me a great honor with your visit.
You do me a great honor with this hospitality. Your island is very beautiful.
It is, yes. It is a paradise of my own creation. It is the perfect place to watch the centuries pass. Watch the world change. I understand that you have been cozened in by the 5 gods to fight their battles for them. I understand you want to be Dragonlords.
Want to see peace on Thylea continue.
Yes. Who doesn't like peace? Sidon, for one. I doubt that creature has ever known peace.
We find ourselves at odds with him a lot these days.
It is an easy thing to do. Why, you sing out of tune and your entire civilization is destroyed. Not the sort of man you would want to spend quality time with.
Can I insight that to see if there's like some meaning, history behind with her and Sidon?
You can.
Or if that's knowing that she has history with Pythor, there's some type of connection there.
Oh, sure. You don't think that she's referencing any personal experience regarding singing out of tune with Sidon or her or Pythor?
The SIBO network. Oren says, doesn't sound like she's a friend of Sidon. Might be something we could work on there. So to bargain with her, we need to know what she wants.
She says, I do not consider myself an ally of Sidon, the Order of Sidon, the Sidonites, or any of the other made-up organizations that his son has started to destabilize the defenses of the mainland in preparation for his great war. In fact, I stand to lose a great deal of money and influence. War can be profitable if it's managed well. Like the 21 wars between Oregia and Mitros, for example. And she gets a sly look on her face. And then she says, but this is not going to be a war. This is going to be an extermination. I have not forgotten the oaths I swore as a Dragonlord. I would not see the people I once fought to protect destroyed.
Sounds like we are allies then.
Perhaps.
Will you fight?
I have things that I want that you can provide. I am not above cruelty. If you do not provide these things, I might be too slow in my actions to assist your cause to make any true difference.
But you will give your word you will give your word to aid us if we complete these missions, these tasks.
I am not going to send you on a quest. I am going to make business with you.
Same deal. Oren thinks so. The SIBO network.
When you save Mitros, its worthless sniveling king and its fool of a queen will owe you. I would like Queen Maya of Themis to speak on my behalf to Queen Helen and Queen Valis. I want the Isle of the Dragon to be recognized as a formal nation. Hexonia.
Maya's gonna cross her arms for a second and think, and then look up and say, well, if this place is gonna become a sovereign island, city in its own right, that's going to mean that any of those things that you're currently doing with Mitros might be seen as an act of war.
What things are those? Do you have proof?
We may not, but Mitros or Regia might. They might bring it up as an issue. Would you be willing to negotiate?
Of course. I simply need your help. I have something of a reputation. I feel that I would not be given a fair... I would not be given a fair measure if I propose Hexonia as a nation alone. I would need someone of pure spirit and heroic intent to vouch for me.
Well, if things come to pass and your help is needed and shown when the time comes, that plus possibly the word of there is a prophecy could be enough to sway them to give you a fair shake.
I see. You are as wise as they say. My other demand is that Pythor swear to me an oath of service that will end when the oath of peace ends. From now until then, he is mine.
Glancing over at Pythor, what's the reaction from him?
He is stoic, just kind of staring up at her, trying not to show any emotion. Maya and Julian, he is frightened by the prospect, but also excited. He is feeling guilty that he is considering it because it would leave you without him. But also, he doesn't really think that you need him. And maybe this is something he could do to help.
Would any harm come to Pythor during this oath of service?
Nothing he won't bounce back from. He is a god, after all.
Pythor, it's ultimately your decision, but we wouldn't turn you over to something, but you have had something of a God. Okay, roll the tape back. He'll say, you have been with Hexia in the past. Would it be a problem now for you two going forward? Stay with her? Or would you want to amend the deal somehow?
If you don't need me, and she would swear to aid in the battle that is to come, I would put myself at her mercy. If it meant protecting the people of Mitros.
Pythor, we do need you, but we need both of you when the time comes. We can manage until then. I just want to be clear that we're not leaving you here because we don't want you. We're leaving you here so that we would leave you here that we could have better odds in the future.
Kyra looks very scared, and she says, "Pi, you don't need to do this. She's gonna hurt you."
And I don't mean your body.
And he turns to her and to Nim, and he says,
She's my responsibility. I helped make this monster. Maybe this will give other people a break if she's too busy taking her cruelties out on me. You two take care of these kids. And I'll take care of things here.
and Kyra's just kind of holding on to his forearm with both her arms, and he says, "Hey, Kiki,
you don't got much time left. You should just tell him how you feel. I think he's the kind of man that he'll see to the heart of things when it comes to that."
Nim just shakily puts a hand on Pythor's arm, kind of expecting for him to recoil. And says, I wish we didn't have to do all this anymore. I'll do what you ask, to the best of my ability.
he looks down at Nim and says,
"It's not much longer now. One way or another, it ends soon. So Nim, you tell your boss, my no-good baby brother, that he's gonna be okay. That he was always beautiful. And will always be beautiful."
Nim's gonna nod stoically, sucking in a breath, and just nod it to Pythor.
It couldn't have been easy being Mom's favorite. She was a lot. Well,
over the SIBO network, Andronicus is gonna say, I think we should put everything out there. They've had 500 years for this all to fester. I think we need to get it all out. We need to let everyone know everything. It can't. I don't think it'll make things any worse than they already are. The others need to know about Mitros. Hexia needs to know about the choice with Narcissus. They've all held these grudges so close for so long. I feel like anything to help, even if it doesn't alleviate it, just shake it up a bit. They can't just still be stuck on this when it happens a second time. It'll just make things turn out worse than it did the first.
Yeah, over the SIBO network, I don't think anything could make the relationship much worse. So I'd be in agreement if you want to. Where do you even begin with that, though?
That's a great question.
There's a lot to unpack there.
I feel guilty. I say this out loud.
One looks down at Sibo.
Yeah, Hexia turns, because dragons with the fucking perception and all that jazz. She turns to you and says, "Why do you feel guilty, tiny gorilla?"
I owe everything that I have to Versi. She sacrificed herself for us. And I'm making a decision to lean away from her in order to become stronger. It's something I've been holding on to that's been eating at me. Perhaps there are things that need to be discussed between you two about your past.
Between us two, who?
Between you and Pythor.
Oh, we will discuss much over the coming days. He will learn much in my care. But as for Versi, if she is dead, you know where to find her, don't you?
I do.
Are you afraid?
Always.
It is good to acknowledge one's fear. Fear is the mind and the heart's defense against danger. You should always listen to your fears and take their counsel, but you should never let them control you. For when fear controls you, you are prey.
Say the same for anger.
Yeah, she narrows her eyes at you. You may give me a wisdom persuasion, or a just charisma persuasion.
It says here I can use intelligence. I'll take. Yeah.
I feel like you were being more wise there than
Yes.
intelligent. Yeah.
You didn't really debate her into talking to Pythor. It was more.
Right. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. She says, "There is a small bit of wisdom in your words, small gorilla. But ours is a hatred that has simmered for centuries. No amount of apologies can heal the wounds that was created. Mine is a heart broken beyond repair."
Look at that man. Do you think his is not as well? He's spent the last 500 years doing what would kill a normal man. A normal person in his shoes would be dead. And he has done it to himself repeatedly for 5 centuries. You're not the only one whose heart is broken here. He has attempted physically and most definitely emotionally killed himself over what has happened.
I don't know who you are. I've seen you before. You travel with the heroes of prophecy. And they make jokes about your fish sticks. But you could never know how it feels to lose your family. To have it just taken from you and be put beyond your grasp.
Hexia, I'm a Triton. We are a product of the dreams of Sidon. And it seems like dreams, we can disappear without trace. I have yet to figure out how or why. But this is what happened to me, to my family, to my wife and my 2 darling children, my father, my mother, all of them. That they're all just gone. The memory of them is gone. The memory of me 20 minutes from now will be gone from you. I think I can relate.
They were taken from you. Perhaps this is true. But I was never given the choice. They left me. They abandoned me. They would not let me stay with them. They would not let me fly with them. For fear of their secrets being revealed. Their shortcuts to power. Their desperation meant more than everything we shared. I was never truly theirs. Or they wouldn't have given me up. They wouldn't have cast me out. And even he would not stay. Would not bend. Would not defy his cruel mother. Ah, cruel mother.
Pythor left you to protect you as much as Thylea. Can you not see his sacrifice?
No.
And as she says that, you can see that her body is starting to vent a poisonous gas. The camera cuts back to the mountaintop where everyone's clapping in rhythm and Yorgos is breakdancing and they're all cheering, and then it cuts back here.
Alright, Oradal takes a half step back. Pats Andronix on the back like, say what you gotta say.
Kairos speaks up and says, okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Mom made a decision for all of us without asking any of us. And we all just had to do what she said. And they're just... And then Pythor speaks up and says,
there just wasn't enough room on the boat. And it wasn't right. And we shouldn't have gone without you. And I've thought about that every day. For almost 500 years. I never should have got on that boat.
And the one who caused it, she died. She died for her error, her arrogance, her exclusionary beliefs.
She hisses at you, spraying poison, not directly at you guys, but just around the grove. And she says,
"Do not speak of my mother in such a manner. She did what she thought was right."
And then when she says that, her eyes her orange highlights kind of go like wide. And then she kind of looks at Pythor and at Kyra. She doesn't know who the fuck this guy is.
Yeah, talk about Nib's kind of side eyeing Andronicus like, but they're mostly just trying to look small.
And then she says,
We have spoken enough. You have my word. If Queen Maya agrees to aid in the establishment and inception of Hexonia, and Pythor serves his 50 days of service, I will aid you in the battle that is to come.
Maid says, looking at her, that remember that one of the people we want to convince is Valis.
And
So, just remember.
Do you take me for a fool that I would forget my sister? And
No.
who is the queen of Mitros?
Yes, I don't think you're a fool to forget who's the Queen of Mitros. But please remember, she is your sister.
she does a great job of sneering at you, despite being, a dragon. And says,
I'll take it under advisement. I feel that our time is done. I have what I want. I hope you can say the same.
Thank you for meeting with us. And Pythor, you know how to reach us.
She looks at the water and she says,
Damn it, I forgot. Ah! What is your relationship with the Kraken?
It is rocky at best.
I have reason to believe the Kraken has come into possession of a weapon. He has hinted at me many times that he has the means of my destruction. I took it as bluster, but there's a part of me that is suspicious.
She looks at Sibo and says, perhaps it is my fear guiding me.
We have means to believe he does, in fact, possess such a weapon.
What can be done about that?
We do acquire use of it for other means. He's repurposed an artifact that we need for our quest. He's repurposed it into this weapon. We seek to reclaim it. But as I'm sure
You know
you're
the
aware...
nature of this weapon. His lair is beyond my scrying.
Or over the SIBO network. Should we just give her like the... we give her like the rough details of the... We know what the balls look like. We could have her check and verify. Or maybe she knows of it. I think we've already chosen to ally ourselves with her. We might as well tell her, give her the deets.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, he'll say, it is one of the keys to Halcyon's prison. It's a, gem. Roughly
Halcyon, the incestuous daughter of Sidon.
That's the one. She has another week.
No, that's not the one.
No.
I was not aware that she had been imprisoned.
Oh,
No.
never mind. No. The
No. Halcyon, the
Titan. Under
the Titan.
Halcyon, the sibling.
the sibling of Lucy.
They're all
Sidon,
fucking related, alright? My bad, I mixed up the
Ah, the heart of flame,
Mhm.
who dwells within Fire Island. You seek to free her.
We
Would
do.
that not bring about the destruction of Fire Island?
Warren looks over to Kyra with that.
She's like, why would I know? Oh, right.
The Queen of Fire Island.
Yeah. You hear Hexia say, the Queen of Fire Island!
She
Those
is.
lizards are being misled!
I
And
was
Kyra
the
says,
king
I
for
will
a
have...
bit, too.
They're just letting anyone be in charge over there. They're not a formal nation, are they, Queen Maya?
And we do trade with them.
Oh, I see.
I don't think the election process was very rigorous. Warren looks away from Kyra.
Kyra says, I didn't really give it a lot of thought, but I guess if she's the volcano and then she escapes, maybe the volcano, I don't know for sure.
Well, if that is the case, we can evacuate the lizard folk and then return them when the volcano is done
Oh, that's a
erupting.
good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
I'm sure they wouldn't be too opposed to new landmass added to their island.
So, the weapon is a key. Then why would I have anything to fear?
He's used some sort of...
changed it somehow into a device that can capture a dragon.
Are you serious?
I mean, that's what we were told.
Seems pretty confident.
You can tell that she was running some recall knowledge checks. She says,
That's unfortunate. There is a precedent for such an object of power. I can't even act against him lest he use it on me. I will be of no use to you as long as he is in possession of that orb.
He seems to want to escape Sidon's sphere of influence. If that's something that we could assist him with, I don't know if he would care if you fought.
Only through Sidon's destruction or willing release could such a creature be unbound.
it is occurring to you guys that she is a 20th level bard and ancient green dragon, so she probably knows a fuckload of stuff.
Sidebar on the SIBO network, Lawrence also leaves the matter of freeing the Kraken from any sort of control. Giving him dominion of the sea is what he most desires. Kind of hard to...
She says, if he did not have the orb, I was willing to act against him together with you.
I would assume that with my vast power and your luck, we would win out. But if I cannot raise a claw or fang or spell against him, then I am simply his weapon, waiting to be wielded in battle.
Unless we can get the orb from him.
I would offer to give you wealth that you might buy it from him. But he has a sizable treasure hoard of his own, no doubt. He is a creature that favors knowledge and power, secrets and favors. Fortunately, no one taught him about souls, or he would likely collect those as well.
Or the SIBO network.
The sixth circle of magic.
I will say, well, if we can convince the Kraken that giving us the orb will allow us to free Halcyon to help take down Sidon, as well as gain Hexia's help to also take down Sidon. That's even more reason for him to relinquish that one object. That's two powerful creatures to help us take care of the person that is a thorn in its side.
Then, when the time comes, we see how he plays out his dominion of the sea and possibly adjust our actions then. Because fingers crossed, dealing with Sidon will have some measure of strength to deal with Trombonicus.
Telepathic bond is so rude and cumbersome.
All right, Maya, go for it.
We're new to this.
You just sit there staring at each other.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, so the thing here was we want the orb from the Kraken, and the Kraken wants to be free from Sidon's influence. This orb lets us free Halcyon, who wants to also get revenge on Sidon for trapping them. So that's one creature, that's one powerful entity that will help us fight Sidon. And then by the orb being away from him, we can say that you will be willing to help us. We knowing that you would help us for different reasons, but we could say for the reasons for the orb. And that would be another way that'd be another thing on the list of reasons why he should give us the orb. I don't know if that would be enough to convince him, but that's two instead of one. I'm not sure if that's agreement he would make.
Yeah, what use could he have for control of Hexia aside from... Doesn't seem like he values much aside from his wealth and his freedom. Wealth can be acquired without Hexia, so... The matter is just convincing him, I think. But I think you're onto it there.
I would hate to have to stoop to this, but if he is the thing is he wants to use the orb on Hexia, we can say we could do that, but not do it. I don't think I would want to go that route.
You do him a deception then.
I don't think that would be the best thing to do. It seems he was very good at reading minds.
Yeah, I don't know who we're putting up to the task of lying to Eldritch being. How nose goes.
Well, it would be Julian, obviously, but
most likely.
Yes, but if we've discussed it beforehand, he would be able to read the rest of you.
Yeah, I probably should not go to that meeting.
That's why I'm saying we just say that we'll have two powerful entities helping us defeat the person who is holding him back.
I like that.
I'm pretty sure. And this time she says this over the network. Maybe telling him that we are outside of faith, and that's one reason why we're so powerful. Is another way to convince him.
Ooh. To keep that, I like that. Keep that as a trump card because that's
Yeah.
gotta keep that one close.
That's what she said that over the network.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, all the other stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
Hexia, an immortal being that's been alive for 7 centuries or so, just sort of has her arms kind of crossed, like she's sitting like a cat, you know what I mean? And she's just kind of like staring down at you guys, just watching, just
Well, I think talking about everything except the fact that we're outside of fate was just
It was that wasn't in the network. That was on her.
She's just listening. She's just listening.
Just working through it.
She says, if you can give me proof that this orb will not be on the playing field, I will reward you.
Would you free some of your captives or all of them?
Ew. I was going to offer you questions 3. You would seek the liberation of slaves?
Yes.
Ugh. I have so many. I don't know, 3? 1 for each question you're foolish enough not to ask?
You feel like this is a bad deal.
Yeah, Warren's pondering it like maybe we should ask for 5.
Kyra says, or all the slaves, because you don't want to be seen as a slaver when you go to sign up for Hexonia.
Exactly what Maya says. I was going to say the exact same thing, Kyra.
Exactly.
That's why
Two queens
think alike.
We're the Queens Club. The Queen Power.
See, Themis.
Hexia says, wait. No one likes slavery anymore.
No.
They've been doing slavery since we got here.
I'm Queen of Themis, and we have since been getting rid of slaves as well.
What? When did that happen?
Oh, roughly like 5 months ago in Mitros.
What? Well, don't come in here talking to me like slavery just went out of style a century ago if you're just changing everything just right now.
Hey, but I mean, when you become Queen of Hexonia, you're gonna want to be on you're ahead.
Cool,
even before your nation will be founded without slaves.
Fine. We won't have slaves. I'll just create a nation where the only way to get medical care is by working for government sanctioned businesses.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Then everyone will be forced.
Extra steps.
Or not, it's a hard day's work and you can afford some bread, maybe a nice house, if you're lucky.
Yes. I will create a system where no one is a slave, but everyone is enslaved.
Or not sagely, like the army.
Ah, yes. Are you available for counsel at some point? You have a lot of good ideas, Dreamwalker.
Yes, Pythor is able to get a hold of our SIBO here, so any questions or anything you want to... Yeah, more than happy to go over.
Yes, you seem to have a good head for what is and is not acceptable slavery.
I feel like I have a strong and
Fine. What I
compass.
shall do is, if you can prove to me that you have removed the orb from the playing field, and I would prefer it was destroyed completely, if I'm being honest, and you'll know why it's important for you, eventually. Because I'm a bad bitch, and you don't want me on the other side. If you can prove that it is taken off the map, I will free all of the slaves on this island, including these beautiful statues, but it will take some time because I'll need master sculptors to make duplicates. It just won't be the same looking at them and not knowing, or knowing that their souls aren't trapped inside. And just brings so much pain to the art.
Then when she says that, Moxena nods at her like, "You get it. You get what we're doing here." And Hexia says, "But I have a feeling that when I free them, they won't want to leave, for I have given them a paradise."
They can be some of your first citizens in Hexonia.
All right. Then we have a deal. Also, this guy says he knows you.
And you see the river octopus pop out.
Orner's first trident.
He said
he's kind of a pervert.
He said he beat you up really bad once. It was, he kept bringing that up during the interview. My previous guardian died during one of the purges.
If I recall, he was within an inch of his life when he escaped.
Really? That's not the story he told me. Though the one he told me is not something I would share with mixed company. There was a lot of lewd moaning and awkward positions.
That's not too far off the truth.
Ah.
Yes, there was a lot of lewdness, but there was no moaning.
I don't know. I think I was moaning.
You're usually moaning though, Sibo.
He sinks back into the ponds, nervous that maybe you guys are gonna blow his cover. He thought you guys were bros, but apparently not.
He's got like a tough guy bolt, like a bouncer bolt, like one of those flat caps on.
Yeah. All right. She says.
Marketing, see.
It seems that we have finished our business. Eris will guide you back to the beach.
She cautiously moves past the octopus.
All right. Or nods to Hexia, and then a longer one, and a sad smile to Pythor.
He stoically nods at you, even though you didn't want to be his champion.
Yeah, well.
I bro nod Pythor like you've got this.
At least I don't shit talk the gods all the day. Like some.
They deserve it, goddammit.
The agnostic paladin over here.
It does beg the
Paladin
question.
strength is in their oath.
Yeah, get out of here, Crawford. All right.
I was gonna say it does beg the question. Where is he getting his paladin powers from?
And Drew just really principled, not in tune with the land or anything.
Yeah.
Just their hard set of their ethics.
Okay, so we did go a little over time, but we did have some technical difficulties before we were getting started, so it's all good. I don't know if you want to swing by and see the Kraken before you leave. That's something we could figure out next week. But as far as Hexia is concerned, her business with you is over.
Neutral. About neutrally good. About as decent as a outcome as it could have been.
Alright, well, then the quick announcements. Tomorrow night, we got Outlaws Sunset. Tuesday, Cyberpunk and Abomination Vaults. Wednesday, Baldur's Gate 3 4-player co-op. Tactician, no reloads. Only about 3 or 4 sessions left to go on that one, I think. Thursday, we got Curse of Strahd Nightfall. Friday, we're going to do a vodcast about turn times, right? Something like that. Speed of play.
Pacing.
That's what it's gonna be. Pacing. Is it going to be pacing or is it going to be speed of play? Are they
both? I guess they both they're both kind of the same.
I mean, if you keep it at pacing, that can encompass not only just turn time but also the pacing of the overall game.
All right. Well, we've only got an hour, but yeah, I think we could probably do that. And then Saturday we got Outlaws High Noon. Sunday morning we've got Curse of Strahd Daybreak, and then Sunday night we'll be back here. There are less than 30 days until Extra Life, If you are interested in participating in any way, shape, or form, hit me up for more information, or just join the Discord, or just keep track of what's going on the Discord. I still use the social media platform X. You gotta cross your arms when you say X. It's like Twitter, but with more strippers and cocaine. And then so I might be posting up on there as well. Anyone else have any announcements before we adjourn? Nope. Okay. Well, I'm glad we were able to play some D&D and have our mods working eventually. And I'm happy that none of you were killed by Hexia, because she's really fucking strong. Imagine if your epic path was having to kill Hexia. That'd be terrible, man. You'd have your work cut out for you there. There's actually 2 epic paths that have to kill Hexia, and neither of them is in this party. So that was very fortuitous.
Good thing. We don't need anybody bound to kill any powerful beings.
Yeah, don't want that. Don't want somebody that has to take the scythe from the god of death. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. All right. Anyways, hope you guys have a good week, and I'm gonna go try to sleep, and go to work and all that jazz, because I'm probably sick. Good night.
Thanks for running.
All right, what did I miss?
All right, I'm cutting the stream here.
Somebody
Thanks
said,
everybody for watching.
wait, she sister?